welcome back to our Bannerlord official release version 1.02, no longer the beta, RTS camera mod, RTS command mod, no other mods, Sandbox start, day, let's see, what day is it? It tells it down here, but it's easier to just look at our save file. Day 342. So we're a bit into the game now. It's weird because in some ways we're doing this very fast. In some ways it feels like it's a little slower. I think our beginning was a little slower because of our Sandbox start. Just not having access to Brother to kind of catapult us into taking down Lords even quicker. It didn't really slow me down that much though. I'm trying to think. It did, you know, it wasn't that much. It wasn't as much as it has been in like older versions when I've done. Let's see. What are you doing? You're going to Atrian Castle. His vassals are not sealing the deal on these sieges, though. You go do this. You have 267 troops. You're fighting this. How? It won't tell me, even though we have somebody already over there. All right. Let's see. Did we vote for Diathma already? Did we vote? Well, I better give that away to someone then, or it's gonna cause me a problem. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Smith. Smiths are you? Oh, he's Landian. I was just about to say they're usually Empire, but maybe that's not true. Maybe he just looks like he would be Imperial. Let's see, Mr. Bloodaxe. Yeah, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. We'll give it to you though. We'll give it to you. Don't you want to do some smithing? Could do some smithing. How about that? No, I need to kick you out. You got a ways to go, but that's how it is. You are Duran's riders. You're Vlandian. You're gonna spawn on a horse. Look at what he has become now. Very good. You got a ways to go. Be careful. He's gonna get caught. But previously I had been saying I wanted to go down to Hoskenfolk and take that, but after thinking about it, I actually don't care about this. We can leave this to somebody else. They can go fight over this. Wait, I don't want to look at his clan. I want to look at... Oh, wait, these are just, Wait, no, they joined the Northern Empire. Okay, it's a little confusing. So they're at war with the two other factions that are kind of disempowered. They can fight it out. Sarai might decide to come take that off of them. The AI doesn't seem intelligent at all still about like what it takes, because like that would be... They could just smash and grab it right now. They won't do it though. They may or may not declare war. You see though, the Western Empire has expanded a lot, but that's mostly, I feel like this is because of the wars we were backing earlier in the game. Like we did a lot fighting against the Northern and Southern Empires as a merc, and then when we joined the Crusade, and I think that kind of weakened them enough for the Western Empire to just kind of move in and take a bunch of stuff. Well, that's fine. Anyways, we'll leave Hoskenfolk alone. I hope that this guy actually takes this castle. And we're gonna take we're gonna start taking stuff right here. We don't need to go mess with that area yet. Let's see, do we have wounded troops, or did we just dump a bunch of... Oh, I guess we'll find out. Just notice our party size is not as big as it was previously. Let's see. You're making that. We don't want you to make that. I want you to make catapults. You're doing it again? No. We could do this. We got him. What's this? Ravenglad declares war. That doesn't matter. You can't do anything to me. Guys. Okay, if you're making me do it that many times, I'm just gonna reload. I don't like to reload. It's just like, how long does it take me longer to reload than to just do that? And after a certain time, it's like, okay, you're spending like a whole day just trying to do that. I don't want them to have 3 ballistas. I want them to make their catapults. Yeah, besiege the town, pause. You're building, you're gonna... do it. Why are you... I don't understand why... like, there should be a 50% chance. There you go. Now he's doing it. Okay, that's fine. Tochi, you finished that siege. You can get... I'd rather you get captured than for you to walk away without a siege. They built the catapults. Now they have all catapults. No ballista, even though they started with 3 ballistas. Let's see. We want 3, 4, 1, 2. Let's do that, and let's see. Let's see. Okay. 4, I want you like right here. I want you right here. Some of them are going to be stuck behind that thing. Oh, it would be great if they could sort it out on their own. And 2, yeah, you stop right there. Stop right here. Do not go all the way to the ladder. Go right there. Do not do it. What we got? 500 in here. Okay. Okay, so 1, do not go up the ladder already. Do not go up with 500 in there. That's just kind of a waste. You can hang out here. 3. You definitely go over here and you need to put up the second ladder. There's 2 of them. You need to put them both up. It's just how it is. Just how it is. Let's see. You go. Let's see. This is going good. This is going very good. It's always a little rough just getting them to behave. I don't know why you're wiggling around. You're in a shield wall. Let's see. I was gonna say we could turn them more straight, but I think this is actually good. I think more archers are gonna pop up over this side than over here. They can actually get them. Anything that pops up over here should get shot down immediately. I think they're okay. Kind of cattywampus like that. Except for that guy up there. He's gonna make me a liar. Let's see. Let's see. What do we... Oh, we've got Pilla equipped because we were looking at her, see if the Pilla would work yesterday, and it does. You just can't do it on the horse. You can't do it on the horse, and it seemed a little wonky about it at first. Let's see, we can try it now. Yeah, you press X. You can't switch it to throw on the horse. Get off the horse, and then you should be able to do it. Yeah, now you can do it. But you can't change why you have it aimed, or why, you know, either as throwable or as a melee weapon. You have to completely like relax from it, and then you can do it. So I used to feel like I could always switch the weapons, but I don't know if that's true because it's been a while. Let's see. Okay, 1, go. Everybody, you can spread out. Let's go get these guys. Oh, okay. You guys, actually, Let's switch to our aerial view for a second and make sure everything is working okay. Get OBS. We'll look at our stream page. It looks okay. I'll turn up our other thing here. Let's see. So annoying. Okay. Someone is still shooting. All right, 266 medicine. Okay, I'll go to the keep. Okay. $60 people, and they're not going to get 60, though. They're not going to get 60 of them. Let's see. User Pila. Oh, you blocked it? I always think that's bullshit that they can block like that. That would be really hard to block it like that. You guys, you're not letting me help. You're not letting me help. Let me help. There, we helped a little. Oh, I'm helping too much. There we go. Yeah, a little bit. Wonder if it'll really spawn 60 in here. I mean it's possible. I don't think it does. I think it gives them like 20 something at most. Okay, yeah, 25, 27. All right, we get some troops. Let me see. Pillage. Okay, continue. Let me see. Okay, loyalty. They're okay. They're okay. Let's see. Anyone in the tavern to hire? Oh, I'm gonna hire you. I'm gonna hire you right now. Let's see here. I want you to shove all this stuff into the prison. We need more influence. We could do this like 50 times in a row if we wanted to, but we're not. We'll just do it once. Just give me credit for all these prisoners I have. Just this one time. That's enough. Let's see. Then we'll go here, go to... Give me this, this, give me those. You can have those. You can't have those. Can't have those. Okay, you can have this stuff though. Let's see. 80. Here, give me more. Okay. $82. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Gotta go to. I wish this would be exactly the same as this, so it was easy to click them. Meaning, like when I'm looking, I want to click it down there and I can't because we're out of town. It doesn't work. So you get Let's see. No, we can't do that. Okay. Can't do that because we can't like just slide back a couple more if we put too many in there. So we have to do it from here. It's very, very annoying. Okay. Let's see. That's fine. That's fine. Mm-hmm. We should. Let's see. Okay, okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. Who's seizing that? Who's sieging this? That's probably the Southern Empire. Does it tell me here? Forest, the Beatles party. Oh no, this is something about people in the town. Joron. Okay, we're gonna go. Even though a lot of times I don't bother defending, because like it might be better to just go over here and attack this, or this, or this, or this. Actually, what we'll do, we will head this way and see what happens. If he's still sieging. Oh, you're gonna go beat up my person there? Can I reach? No, we're too slow. Oh. He's probably gonna do it. Are you gonna defend them? I think I just want to take these out. I think I don't want to bother going down there and back and forth. I think this is better. What you doing? You're building a catapult? Good. Just what we want. You're building a catapult. I'm gonna drink my coffee. And try not to sit here for a long time after it finishes, because I keep expecting it to take a lot longer than it does. There we go. Let's see. 1 and 2 on this side. 3 and 4 here. Let's see. 4. You go there. 4 go there. 2. Where's the other letter? All the way over there? Wait. Oh no, it's just right here. It's just right here. 2 go right there. My main thing, I don't want 4 and 2 going up the ladders before the other stuff does. That's our main concern. We probably want to hold, yeah, 495 people in here. Okay, yeah, we'll hold them back for a little while. We don't even have that many non-ranged here. Let's see. So 3, pick that up. Pick that up. Okay, yeah, shoot this stuff. Don't. It's funny if they're gonna go up the ladder though. It's like piles of people spawned there. Okay. Did nobody go? What did we do? Did I misclick? Is it my fault? Or did I misclick or did I misunderstand? I don't see ladders over here. I don't see ladders. I thought I saw a second set of ladders right there. Oh, it's right here. Okay, okay. The one, pick up this other ladder, please. Pick it up, and then you can just stay right there. Okay, it's over here. There's the other ladder. Are there people going up here? No. 3, where are you? I guess I don't know where they went. 3, this is for you. if we end up going in, we want a group going up each side. We want it's more efficient than whatever you guys decided you were doing over here. Let's see. Okay, well, one. Now another. This ladder also needs to go up. Put it up. And one. Put shields up. Just in case. Don't think anyone's gonna shoot you, really, but you never know. 3, put your shields up. Let's see. Oh, we're burning them down. Let's see. Yeah, it's okay. Some of you guys have to get hit with that catapult. It gives us all medicine. It's probably going to me because those are cons guards. But everybody can use some medicine. Everybody can benefit from getting some medicine skill from that. Okay, that is not my bow. We need to remember to switch your equipment load. I don't really want to run around with a Pila in the siege every time. It's okay. It's okay, but I mean, really, we should be bothered to take off our Rampage and put on a sword and a shield. Although, you know what? You know what? Maybe I want a sword and a Pila because we have some polearm. I don't know. We might be capped on our polearm skull. Never mind. I was gonna say we don't have one-handed skull, so we might as well use a polearm. But we don't have that much polearm skill either because I decided to opt for the infantry. Okay, let's go. Let's start getting in there now because they're gonna start running away soon. Okay. Everybody loose. 1 charge, 3 charge. I'm going with you though. Here we go. You guys still have a defensive shield wall or something. I guess they're not really in a shield wall, but you're still defending here. Let's see. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'll hit you. I don't care if there's a wall in the way. The wall's not going to stop me from hitting you with this Rampage. It's not gonna. It's not gonna. Oh, that guy's doing okay though. I thought that was one of my guys for a minute. I was like looking at it. I'm like, wait, it's one of, that isn't one of my guys. It's another. It's a enemy guy. Okay. We don't want to be you though. You stay where you are. Let's see. Actually, I don't want to be anyone. I don't want to be anyone. I just want to watch. Let's see. Go get them. There's 30 people left. Did you open the gate yet? The gate is way over there. Okay. Go over there. 2, go over here. Actually, we can go. Maybe we can open the gate. I like being a cons guard. Did you guys open the gate yet? Did you do it? Did you open it? Maybe. Okay, okay. Everyone can charge then. We're in the corner. I don't know why. Okay. 4 people. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Siege is over. This is just like the annoying part of the siege. We're like waiting for them to either run away or find the guy that fell through the wall or something. They always retreat to the keep. It's like, yeah. Would you do? Oh, you gotta waste one of them. Okay, you gotta waste one of them. There's a little shit mechanic. Let's see. You do that. It's fun to go on the siege, but there's no reason for us to do it, and then we have to send troops. So we might as well just not. And that's the same. You can say that about like hundreds of things in this game. It's like, oh, you might as well just not do it because something shitty happens and then, you know, you lose some value out of something else. So, oh, just don't do it. You don't have to, you know. Let's see. Did we get all this? Yeah, yes. Give it to me. Let's see. You shove all this stuff in this dungeon to give me money. Or no, it doesn't give me money. It gives me influence. We need our influence though. We need it. There's 300 of them. See, if you shove, you're not allowed to put 300 things in a dungeon yourself. But if you could, it wouldn't give you hundreds of influence. Actually, let's see. Let's test a couple things here. Let's test a couple things. Let me see. Can I record while I'm streaming so I don't have to clip it myself? Can I do that? I don't know. Maybe this will break OBS. We'll see. But we'll give it a try here because I do want to. This is something I kind of want to show. Let's see. So we gave him all of our prisoners. There's like 300 of them. Let's see. Let's look at how many prisoners we gave him. We just took this from the siege. These are our prisoners. Wait, did we not give him prisoners? No, we undid it somehow. Okay. Giving him all our prisoners. We got these from the siege. It's a large amount. Let's see. Does it tell us here? He's 331 prisoners. Technically, we own this castle. We get a bunch of influence for doing that. That's fine. I like that. I want the influence. Now I'm going to just make sure that it'll let me retrieve them and do it again. And we're going to also test something else here. See, it's still doing this thing. It shows them in the prison, even though they're not actually in the prison. Yeah, we're going to just pop these out and do this again if we want. We don't even have to actually back out. We can do it from this. No, is it that screen? No, it's not this screen. It's... We can do it from right here if we remember which person we gave them to. You can just do it again. There you go. I guess we do have to leave though. We have to leave and go back in. See, we get it again. We can still, this still works. People always ask. People, every time like I make a little video or something, people want to post saying, oh, it doesn't work now. And it's like, no, it still works. It still works. It's probably be a couple months before they make a patch that actually fixes it. And they'll say they fixed it. It's not going to just quietly get fixed. Let's see. Other thing to try. Okay. Similar thing here. You take my 2 prisoners here, and let's see, do we also get influence when we walk back in here? We do, and see, he's not actually putting them in the dungeon, it's just giving us credit anyways. And this has something to do with, like, just whatever they wanted the AI to be doing with their prisoners. It has to do with that. But they're not really putting them in the prison, they're just getting credit for it. And sometimes it'll list them as being in the prison, but they're not. So the player gets very annoyed. And sometimes it'll say that long after too. The player just won't know where the NPC is because it's still saying that. Let's see. Oh, we're probably blocking the screen. That's okay. Let's see. We did it once. We want take back all my good troops. There's too many? Okay, well. Let's see. 15 caravan guard. Okay. You can keep those. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh wait, no, we have to do a little more than that. Come here, you. Oh no, give me those back. Not all of them, just some of them. Give me that one. Give me that one. There we go. Let me see. Oh, gotta make somebody into here. You can do it. You can have that town. Yes, I know. It's crazy. You have owner. Yes, you do. It's for you. You are chicks wolves. We already made one that was, you know, the she wolf, and we made her clan called male and female wolves. They're not just no, I call it the she and he wolves, and that's what we called it because they spawn 2 guys with them, so they're not just she wolves. I guess they could be. I don't know. Okay, where? Stop. I hate that when I'm moving and I don't realize I'm moving already. Okay, so we took this one. I want these 2. I'm gonna assume he's gonna break that siege. I don't like how this thing moves. It makes me think Myzia is actually over here. And I turn around and start going the wrong way. Let's see. Yeah, you go defend him. I'm gonna go walk right over here. Take this. Yep. Well, I need a peep. I don't have one. You better give it to me. Here we go. And what we got here? Mr. Ragged. You want a castle? Hey Steve, how are you today? We're having a good day. Guess. Good laugh at the forum though. It's funny the negative reaction that people had over the update, which it's not even an update. They made a little beta last week and then they moved it to the main version. And it is funny though that it's very negative reactions. And some people will try to I saw somebody making a thing like trying to defend it too though. It's kind of funny though because you don't need to defend it. It's fine if you don't care, but there's no point trying to defend it. Let's see. What is? Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, Mr. Ragged. I'm not kicking you out. I'm giving you a fief. I'm doing the opposite. I'm making you a clan leader. Your lads, Ragged Raiders. Yeah, the forum is negative. Yeah. I don't know why people argue with some people though, because it's like a person they obviously make an account just to like argue and say, they're basically saying a glorified shut up, don't say that about this game. I like this game. And then it's like there's pages and pages arguing. It's like why argue with them? Just you're just giving them the attention they want. Let's see. I guess sometimes it's fun though. Sometimes it's not fun for me though when I'm reading. I'm like, this topic isn't fun. Let's see. What? Come back. Where are you going? No, come back and fight me. Okay, I'm just gonna siege your thing anyways. If you don't fight me right now, we're gonna be fighting in a minute anyways. Don't worry. Oh, we can get really close here. So I'm gonna go to 1 and 2. I don't want 2. I don't want them like behind that thing though. They get stuck on it. Okay, the ladders are all on this side. That's kind of weird. Okay. 3, 4. Where did we put one? Oh, we put there. We go all the way up here. That's so weird. I wonder why it lets you do that on this map. Let's see. What is 600? Okay, we have to be a little careful here. 4, go right there. 2. Put the ladder up. 3. Good. You put that ladder up. Now you put the other one up too. You do it. Is there no other ladder? There it is. Okay. Put it up. Put up the ladders. Okay. 1. Where did you all go? You're over there. Okay. 1. You come up here. You come here. Put the ladder up. Put the ladder up. We'll put it up. Three? What am I? Okay, I guess I can't really see the gear sometimes when I'm clicking it. And I'm assuming it's a gear. Maybe it had switched off of the gear before I could press it. That's a shitty UI. Kind of shitty. I don't know why it was, you know, they bothered with all this other stuff, having you select, you know, an icon option. But then they have all these other, like, contextual things where, you know, this clunky thing has to pop up on the screen or you can't do it. It's like, why didn't you just add a command for that? Why can't I go, like, 1... F3, F something else? That means pick up the ladder, you know, like, you have to do this, and you have to keep doing it. No, someone fell off the thing. Oh, they died, though. Okay. Okay, you guys, I want you to face the other direction. Thank you. Okay. No, this isn't actually what I had in mind. I don't know how we got so mixed up, but yeah, you look that way, please. Okay, I'll babysit the other side too. You guys are being weird too. Okay, 3, look that way. ASOS. Get out of here. Don't block ASOS with your shield. Don't you do it. How? That doesn't even make sense. Your shield's all the way over there. Fake, fake, fake. He survives. 276. Steve Tailworlds is bad at content. Banner Kings, Feasts, Vassalage. 3 titles: marriage, overhaul, mercenary feature, books, religion, education, languages, councils, population, states, villages, village upgrades. Yeah. I just think, you know, what would have went a really long ways in this game and for any similar game. And people know this, like other game companies know this. This isn't like a new thing. This is like a kind of a basic thing that's been incorporated into like games for like at least the last decade. Something that the player can customize and build on that's their own. It could be something like you could build one fief and you can customize it and you can do that. It could be custom troops, it could be both. But something that the player is putting their time into that is theirs, that is not part of the game world unless they make it so. and something that reflects their preferences and, you know, their choices. And that's something like all kinds of games have stuff like that. It's not a big deal. Games that have nothing to do with any kind of like RPG stuff like this still have something like that. Like, oh, your little room your character goes into, and you can put shit on the wall that you find in the game, and oh, you get to paint the wall. You choose, you know, just little stuff like that. And there's just the fact that they can't even be bothered to add anything to the game. It's like, okay, so you're the ruler of a faction. You can take over the whole world, but you can't just decorate a room. You can't do that. You can't put one more settlement in one more place. You can't do anything. Like, that just, it's just very, seems very belligerently bad to not include any stuff like that. Well, let's not care. If they cared, I would give them more leeway. Medieval Dynasty is much better at listening to their community. I haven't played that one. I've followed it a little bit. It is interesting, and I might try it sometime. But, it is weird, like, you know, I guess maybe they think their community is too big to listen to, or that, you know, they already got the money, so they just need to wrap it up. But, I mean, to me, some of this stuff, it's just like basic, like, modern game design stuff. It doesn't need, you know, it doesn't need a bunch of feedback from players even to know that giving the character something to do that's for, you know, their own adds a lot of value and replay value to a game. You know, like, let's see. You never know. I don't know. It'll be a little annoying if they put out a DLC that's like, you know, you can build your own castle, you know, and I could totally see that happening. And it'll be annoying because, you know, that was one of the first things they showed people that made people really excited, was the castle building and the thief upgrades and stuff. So if they sneak that into DLC, I don't know. That's a little dirty. Let's see. No reason to think that they will, though. I guess the question is, would that be better than not doing it all? I guess what would be better is just like a really good mod to do that stuff. Okay, we're neglecting the siege, though. Go on. You guys go up the ladders. There's like 40 people in there now. We'll observe from the safety here. And this is a great mod. The RTS. I don't like to play without it anymore, because just being able to do this, like not being able to do this, it's just like, okay, so most of the game is doing sieges, right? Once you reach this point of the game, most of the game is just doing sieges. If you can't even just pop up and look around and watch your troops do the siege, it's just shit. Like, let's see, go back. This is the game. This is going to be hours and hours and hours of gameplay of this. This is how it's going to be. No, that's not good. This, or you go get knocked out by a tier 2 militia, and then it's that. So yeah, this is. They're going to add group targeting of some type, but I think they should add the overhead view RTS too, because it's like, this makes your game much better. It's much more enjoyable and much less annoying to just be able to do that. Just do this. I can kind of watch the troops do the thing. It's much more visually pleasing to look at the town from overhead like this. And it's not giving me an overt advantage, which, I mean, okay, first of all, that doesn't matter because the game has no, like, cohesive design as far as how challenging it's supposed to be or anything. It's like they just kind of made a basic and then just gave the AI more and more cheats to try to, like, oh, we don't want them to take each other over right away. Oh, no, we don't want the player to do it right away either. you know, it doesn't have like a cohesive, like, oh, it should be this challenging. These are the challenges to overcome. This is how you do it. It doesn't have any of that. So saying like, oh, that gives you an advantage to be able to look over the map. I mean, it doesn't really, because we still, all we can do is make our guys go up the ladder and then tell them to attack. It doesn't matter if we can look up here or not. It does help if somebody is stuck in the wall or something and trying to figure out, okay, where's this person that's holding up the battle for 20 minutes? You know, it helps with stuff like that. Like I said, it helps reduce lots of annoying parts of the game to be able to pop up and look around. Helps you circumvent the bad UI too when you're trying to use the flag to place people in first person. It's just you have no idea where you're putting them. And it's just not, it just doesn't work very well. But if you can pop up, then you get a much clearer idea where you're telling those troops to go. Speaking of a guy stuck in the wall, I think we might have one. Or not, okay. They went to the keep. Oh. We'll attack. We'll attack. So do we have anything interesting to send that isn't cons cards? We could send... Yeah, we better send you. We'll send you guys just for fun. We'll send you. We'll send a little bit of everything. Who else? I don't know. We need to send a spearman, a billman. Oh shit! I'm gonna send the looter. Spend the arm. No. Actually, we'll send him just because they're not good. I don't want them, so we'll send him. Let's see, caravan guard. Oh shit! I'm not supposed to be here. I have a caravan guard. Sending caravan guards in there. You guys, all those cons guards. You could send those cons guards. What are you sending us for? You can throw them if you got them, guys. Go get them. When did I go into first person? I don't know. Okay, I guess this is okay for watching them though. It says the keep battles remind me of like a really basic like Knott's Berry's Farm Ride or something, and you're just like on rails going through here like ooh. Oh, yelling. Ooh. Oh no, the looter got knocked out. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's going down the roller coaster. But what are we oh, we're stuck on the wall? Get out of my way, guys. Get out of my way. All right, end of the ride. Everyone off the ride. 458 troops. Okay. Pillage. Turn off that and that. All right. Let's see. What do we want to do here? We want to first get those prisoners into a dungeon, get that influence.
Awaiting your orders.
I know. Me too. Take all this. You shove it in that dungeon. We have big papa influence there. Okay, now to the garrison. Garrison. Want this, this. Like they must have got a bunch of stuff too, because there's a lot of stuff in here. Okay. Give me this. Cataphracts. Give me. There's no reason to leave. Yeah, we can put Caravan Guard in there. They suck. Let's see. Yep, you get all this stuff in here. So much stuff here. Let's see. Let's see. There's so much stuff. Let's see. We should keep some of those though. There's so much. Okay. Let's see how much we can actually put in our parties. How much space do you have? Got a lot. Okay. Start with the essentials here. Let's go up to... There you go. Yes. Now you... Hey, give me this stuff too. Kind of doing a little bit of house cleaning here with these troops. You need these. And you can take 10 more. Nope, one too many. Okay, there you go. Very tedious part. Let's see. Give me these. I guess they I don't know how they get all this stuff. Let's see. You can keep legionaries though. Those are fine. Give me this. I just want to make sure we can actually fit. These are fine. Let's see. Actually fit all of our necessary stuff. Let's see. Take those. Take those. What else? Yeah, take all this stuff. Those. And so much. There's so much stuff. Let's see. Man, okay. It's too many? Okay, give me back some. There we go. Yep, get out of my face now, and now you. Let's see, how much room do you have? You have a good amount, and we can take all this. Let's see, what can we shove in there? We're almost out of space. Get those. Those. Oh, you can have that, I guess. Guess you can have those and these and that. Where did I thought I had legionary somewhere. I might have already gave him to someone though. Let's see. Can I have him? Sergeant, you can have sergeants. You can have crossbowmen. My space, I feel like I'm missing something still. Let's see. Okay. Okay, well you can have these and this and that. You can have those. Return infantrymen. You can have this guy. You have those. Oh wait. Oh, he already has my stuff. Okay. Give me these. Give me these. You can have one more thing. You can have one of those. Okay. Actually, no. No, you take the veteran. Take the veteran infantryman because he can actually level up into something over time. Or this. That's fine too. Okay. And give me that. I wanna sell him. Let's see. Oh, we're barely oversized, so we can take some stuff out of here too. Let's see. Dump all the non-good stuff and take a look. What do we want? We want that. Oh, these are they're only tier 4, but they're kind of good. Let's see. We can shove them in the next garrison anyway. Yeah, we'll take those. Oh no, we got to take these. Take those and then those. I don't know. Oh, so much stuff though. I want these, but they'll probably just get killed. They'll probably just get killed in our army. Let's see. Really well, Imperial Veteran Archer. Okay. Too many. Okay. Oh, we got to go down to that many because we're gonna give up this town real soon here. And trade. All this menu stuff every time. Every time. That's too much? That's too much? Well, you know what? I don't feel like undoing that. Let's see, that's 52. Okay, that's okay. Is there anything really good here that we could get? No. Okay. Well, you get 12K for free, town, because I don't feel like undoing that. Let's see. Oh, damn. Oh, no. They're gonna put stuff in my garrison. Maybe they don't if it's that full. Maybe they leave it alone. I hope so. It looks okay. Just, guys, get out of here. I'm selling you. Nope. I said leave. Go get him. Go get him. Okay. Or you go over here. Okay. Okay. Go over here. 3. Go over here. 2. You can go on advance. 1. We don't have much one, but you can move up here. Oh, we still have our dumb equipment on. Still have our Pilla on. Okay. Everybody kinda in a good spot. Okay, 5. I can't even see 5. Okay. Oh no, they're in a good spot. 5, move up a little. Move up a little, like over there. 4, a little more over here. Let's go punish these people. Punish them. Wonderful charge, cavalry. Good job. Good job. Let's see. 4. Do they not care? They don't care? Okay, go over there. Get those guys then if they don't care. If they don't care, They're gonna go back to their position. 1. What's that? Oh, that's my ally. That's my... Oh, no. Those are my archers. Those are archers doing that. 3. You can take care of this. 4. Get behind him. Get right there. Don't... No messing around. Actually, I want to use the overhead. Let's see. 4. Move back. Don't go where you were going. I don't know how that happened exactly. 3. Move back here now. 5. You move up. Let me see. Look at that. Kinger, hey man, I hope you're doing good today. Thanks for the other day. I wanted to ask you a few more things. So any thoughts on campaign or sandbox and what the real difference is? So the real difference is this. If you start on campaign, you get family members. Your family members have attributes and FP that you can spend however you want. They have a lot of them too. They're not like wanderers that you can hire, and they're not like your spouses. Let's see. Go up here. 5, you move back. Move back. 3, you go back 2. Let's see. So your brother, you have to rescue him. You don't get him immediately in the game, but once you progress a little bit, you can rescue your brother. Let's see. 4, you make sure that you are facing enemy. You make sure you are facing enemy. 5? Okay. Who's that? That's 1. You run away. You go over there. Go over there. Make them chase you. Anyways. Okay, so your family members in campaign are really useful to be party leaders or to fill the roles in your own party. Because you can just say, okay, I want to give him, you know, all intelligence. I want to give him a bunch of intelligence so he can have medicine and steward and stuff like that. You can customize them how you want, and it's easy to build them up. And like in the case of your brother, he starts with a bunch of skills too, so he ends up having almost like double the amount of skills that usually an NPC would have, because he starts with a bunch like any other lord does. Let's see. 3, put your shields up. We'll beat this up. 4, get close. Get nice and close. Let's see. 5, I want you to attack these. Attack these and hold fire. 5, are you not listening to me? I said I want you to attack this. Anyways. If you don't do the main quest, the campaign just keeps going. It doesn't stop the game or anything. And I suggest not doing the main quest except for rescuing your brother. Oh, someone's beating me up. Hey. Hey. Get away from me. So they got reinforcements. Let's see. Everybody move back. If they got reinforcements, let's all pull back. Let's all pull back and see what happens. So yeah, you have a main quest and it has a timer, but you don't have to finish it. The only thing I suggest doing is just the first parts where you rescue your brother, so you can use your brother, you know, as a party leader. And then after that, you can just ignore it and just play the game the same way you would in Sandbox. You know, you become a vassal or a mercenary. And at some point, you know, you break off on your own and you make your own faction. And you don't have to do the quest. Let's see. I gotta babysit these guys though. Where 2? Go on advance. Do not just stand there. 3. Go somewhere other than where you are. Go over there. Go over there. 5, go over here. 4, go over there. Okay. So the only difference in so there's two differences for Sandbox. One is that you don't have access to your family members. They just don't exist, so you don't get any extra family members, which it's more than just one brother. In campaign, you get one brother, then you get a sister and a second brother later as time goes on. Like, they start as children and they have to... It takes about 3 years for the sister to grow up, and then she joins your clan, and then I think it takes about 5 years for the second brother to grow up and join your clan. But it's still, they join early enough that they're useful. Let's see. What is going on? Do they have a bunch of people back there? What am I doing? Oh, they're beating me up. That's what's going on. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so in Sandbox, you get no family members. So you have less people in your clan that you can use. Like this campaign here, this is a Sandbox game. That's why I have the 4 Wanderers as all my party leaders. Like, they're okay. It took them kind of a while to get going, but the first 2 have gotten pretty good by now. But if I was on a campaign game, at least a couple of those, I would be using my family members instead. And they can have, you can just give like your brother 10 intelligence right away when you get them. So, let's see. And the other difference is you can choose the age of your character. And if you choose a slightly older character, you get more attributes. Only a couple more, though. You get like 1 attribute and 2 FP if you start as 30. You get 2 attributes and 4 FP if you start at 40. Let's see. 3. Get out of there. Get out of there. What is even going on here? 200 people left. Let's see. Come over here. Put your shields up. Pretty soon we're going to have to just bulldoze this. I think we're going to be out of ammo soon. If we're not already. Because this amount of enemies eats up all your ammo. Let's see. Everybody charge. Just go ahead. It's a free-for-all now. We got to finish this, though. See, most of these guys are out of ammo and they have their glaives out. Oh, wait. No, they're not. These... I must have put them on hold fire at some point and not taken them off. Okay. That's what happened. That's okay. Well, they have their ammo to use now. It's fine. So, if you start as an older character, you get a few more points to build your character. However, I would say that's not that great of an advantage, because first of all, if you start the oldest age, you might die almost immediately in the game because you're so old. If you start as a 50-year-old character, that you have a chance to get sick and die right away in the game. So I would say that's not a good idea. And if you start at 40, you still have kind of a chance. Like, once you get to 48, the game gives you a chance to get sick and die. So that's not a good idea either. This character is 40, though. We did it anyways just to do it. But if you think about it, though, you starting on Sandbox and choosing an older character so that you get, let's say you want to be 40 like we did here. We get 4 additional FP and 2 more attributes. The amount of extra skills we can get is hardly anything compared to if we did it on campaign. Actually, no, you guys, no. It's not what we want. Get out. Okay. Go finish this stuff off. I don't want to fight a second battle. Okay, they got rid of 6 of them. Okay. Okay, we'll see. Are we done? Good. Let's see. I'll show you in a second here. I can load up another game and I'll show you. I'll try to show you more the difference between the campaign versus the Sandbox. Let's see. A bunch of prisoners. No troops, though. The loot's not that great. Okay. I'll take it anyways, though. Let's see. You take all these prisoners. Kinger, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I might join a faction for my first playthrough and maybe once I'm leaving. Let's see. I'll put all these in there. Now, let's see. Let's save. Save and exit. I'm going to load a different game. You said I hope my game will load up. I guess I haven't loaded it in this version yet. Let's see. I think this is the one. A little clan rank 4. I might start my own kingdom. Yeah, the main thing for starting your own kingdom is that you want to be able to take down armies without losing too many troops. So that's kind of just a thing. It depends what troops you use and just how, you know, experienced you are at moving them around the map and, you know, just like protecting them so that you're always letting them attack with an advantage. You know, because like if you just let your troops just go at it, you're always going to lose more than you have to, you know, if you don't try to micromanage them. And it's okay when you're a vassal or you're just, you know, getting warmed up. But once you're trying to actually make the faction and defend it, then it starts to matter because the AI can always get more troops. But if you lose yours, it takes you, it's more of a sink on your campaign time. And you can get kind of overrun that way if you're losing too many troops when you fight them. Okay, so this is a finished campaign. We started this in campaign mode. You look here, this is our quest. Investigate Nizzard's Folly. We've talked to 3 out of 10 nobles. And we did that we just happened to talk to them. And you see here, we're at day 1061. Oh, no. This is our time remaining for this quest. We have 1061 days. I guess we began the game something more than over 600 days ago. I forget exactly how it does that, but so we didn't do this quest. This is all we did. We did the first part of the quest here. You have to go, you fight the bandits. This is just like the intro tutorial. It makes you do these things. And then I think you can actually skip this part though. In fact, you can skip all this part. And then this is just, you have to get to clan rank 1. You have to have 20 troops. You have to get, well, you need 50 renown to get to clan rank 1. You have to hire a companion. And then you get the quest to go rescue your brother. Didn't somebody hide doing the quest? How unusual. No, we're not doing the quest. We're not doing the quest. False alarm. Anyways, so you do this and then you can rescue your brother. And let me show you the brother here. Let's see. This is the main reason to play on a campaign over Sandbox. Is you get this guy here. See all these red skills here? He starts the game with most of these. Look, I didn't touch him. He just has this when he starts. And he has something like, I think, 14 attribute points you can spend and like 25 FP you can spend. So you can just fill it out. Like what I did, I just gave him 10 intelligence and Steward and medicine. And he starts with fairly high Steward. He starts at like, at a 160 Steward skill when you get him. So if you make him your quartermaster right away, like you go to your party, I can't do it right now because he's leading an army, but you go here and you just set him as the quartermaster right when you rescue him. Your party size goes from like 40 up to like 85, which is really big when you're clan rank 1. Having 85 troops and being able to fight lords immediately, that helps you get going a lot faster in the game. So he's really good, but he can also get married. He gets married and then you can get use his wife too. The wife he has in this game isn't that great, but still, she can, you know, she has steward, she has medicine. We gave her this though. She didn't start with this, but you can use her as a party leader. And then later you get your sister. The same thing. She has a bunch of points you can spend. So I did the same thing with her. She has intelligence. She gets steward and medicine. She leads her own party with me, and she covers her, you know, she covers her own troops with her medicine skill and stuff. She's a good captain. She has writing, bow. You know, she's just, we make her a really good character because we get to choose what we put her points into. And then you can't marry your sister to anyone though, because she'll leave your clan if you marry her off. But your younger brother, who you get then a couple years after your sister joins, it's the same thing. Like, he just joined in this game. We haven't had him very long. But it's the same thing. We can bump his intelligence up 10, and then we're putting points in here. And he'll be really strong. He'll end up just like the sister in a little bit. And he can also get married. I don't know if we got him married to anyone, though. But he could marry someone, and then they would also join our clan. So you end up getting 5 more party members, or, you know, clan members, in addition to your wanderers. Like, I'm not even using wanderers right now, because when I get them, I've just been turning them into clans in this game. So these guys are all my party leaders. So that's the main reason to choose campaign, is just to get your family members and be able to use them. And like I was trying to show, we didn't do the main quest at all. We just got to clan rank 4, then broke off from our faction. Then we talk to our own governor in our own fief and tell them it's time to make a faction. And then we, officially become a faction. And that's the way I recommend playing the game. If you do the main quest, it adds other things that happen. Like, instead of just becoming a faction and being at the mercy of the game to declare wars on you, depending on what you choose, it will eventually put you into a multi-front war against either the non-Imperial factions or against the Imperial factions, and you won't be able to make peace through the normal means. You have to keep going until you take a certain amount of fiefs before it will say, like, okay, you finished this part of the quest, now and then it just becomes like a normal sandbox game. It doesn't give you anything special. So I don't see a reason to do it, really. But if you want to start on campaign, you get your family members, so that's pretty useful. Let's see. But, and again, this game here is on Sandbox. Yeah, we're doing the same stuff. We did start as an older character, and it was very hard to make the baby because we made a female character. It was hard to get pregnant early in the game. Let's see. What do we want? Okay, so he broke the siege there. Let's head this way. Let's head this way. We're right here. There's no reason not to do it. Let's see. Go. Yeah, assault that siege camp. Okay. 4, 5. Go up here. 2. You can just go in advance. 3. Go up here. It's not a big force, but we still don't want to lose them to a bunch of stupid stuff. Though. Let's see. 4 over there, 5 over here. All right, let's see. Go up here, 3. They should be able to shoot from there. Here, that's good to know. I really can't thank you enough for helping me. Let's say I wanted myself to be the leader of the group and make my brother a captain. Any other skills? Is it more effective if I make my brother the core leader of the group? Or myself? As far as him being a captain, he can be leading his own party in an army with you, and you can still set him as the captain of a group, and all his captain perks will still work for that group. But and that's what I would do with him usually. Is early in the game, I'll set him as the quartermaster just so that I get a bigger size. But then slightly later in the game, once I become a vassal and I can make an army, I'll make him his own party leader and add him to an army with me, and then I'll become the quartermaster, or have someone else be my quartermaster. But that way he is the quartermaster and medic for his own party. But he can still be a captain. We can still set him as a captain to whatever group, you know, he has good perks for. He has a lot of good stuff. Let's see, 3, keep running away. I don't know why they like to go after 3, because there's 2 groups, horse archers right here shooting at them this whole time. 4, get closer. 5, get closer. Okay, now they're turning around. Or move back a little. Three, you can go attack that. Put your shields up though. Let's see, what is gonna happen here? That guy's gonna ride straight through all that infantry. Okay. Guys, don't do that. Don't do that. Go around and go do what I told you to do. It's too bad. That's too bad. All right, and go hit these people now. Go get them. Let's see. Yep, oh, 41 troops. Okay. Okay. Prisoners. Okay. Loot. Oh, these guys, they're all full. Everybody is full. Let's see. Do we have anything good? I guess this is mostly junk, but oh, you have more space. You have even more space than I think. Let's see. You can take some of these. We can't have that many. Let's see. Let's see. We still have too many. You have some space too. Okay, here. Just take this junk. We can throw it in a garrison. It's too much. It's so micromanagey. Let's see. You. I just want a little space here. Okay, now we can throw out. Just throw out militia spearmen. Let's see. Get out of here. Okay. Get in there. Mr. Blood Axe. Let's see. Have we voted on that other fief yet? Did we vote on it? Let's see. Oh, we haven't voted on it yet. Okay. Latarella is what's up, tough guy. Oh, just taking over some fiefs. Everyday business here. We're almost out of wanderers, though. Let's see. Here, would it be safe to say that for the future it would be smart to build my two brothers and sister with proper skills to lead armies themselves? Because I want to lead my own group of men and always be like the king or main guy. I was only doing Sandbox. I didn't know anything about the campaign. Yeah, I build them very similar to how I build my own character. Because when they start, like I said, they have like 15 attributes and they have like 25 FP that you can just put where you want it. So what I like to do is give them the intelligence and then give them some steward and medicine. And then when they can lead their own parties, they'll keep building up their medicine and their steward from doing that. And I can put them in an army with me. And it just basically makes my army bigger. Because here's the thing. And just in case, like if you don't know, and talk about it. When you make an army, let's see, we'll do that in a second. You're spending your influence to summon people to your army. But if you summon your own clan parties to your army, it doesn't cost you anything. And it also doesn't cost you anything to keep refilling this. So you can just keep them with you forever if you want. And you just have a really big party then. And what I like to do is I put my good troops with me and let them hold like just stuff that I need to put in garrisons, stuff that I don't care about that much. Just because I usually will have better skills than they do. Eventually some of them will overtake me though. These aren't family members. I'm just showing like an example of an army. We're in Sandbox, so we don't have family members, but same idea here. We've kind of built these people up a bit. Anyways. Let's see. Later, Ella's. Oh yeah, take them all over. Yeah, we're gonna sooner or later we're gonna get them all. Let's see. See, I'm just making sure I answered your question. Let's see. I was only doing Samba I didn't know about. Let's see. Giuseppe, keep in mind that not I didn't take a fief. You might want one of your siblings as governor if you want a fief. Oh, that's a good point too. That's a good point too. And one thing that's kind of good. Well, I don't know. I guess this is one thing I found good in playthroughs that I did before. Is if I give the brother this perk here, cavalry tactics, then mounted troops have 50% reduced wages when he governs a settlement. So when I first have just like one town, say I make a bunch of cons guards and they're really expensive. Then we get our first town. If I need to, I can set him as the governor and put all those expensive cons guards in the garrison when I'm not using them. And then I'm only paying half the wage. And that cuts it down a lot. Because, I mean, we could be paying like 7K for a bunch of cons guards, and then it cuts it in half. So yeah, that kind of stuff can be good too. But it's not always like an either or thing. Like, you can have lots of good captain perks and also have some good governor perks too. Like, this one's not even a choice. It's like both sides of this have a governor perk, and both sides of this have something that is for the clan leader, I think, right? Oh, this one's party leader. This one's clan leader. Okay. But yeah, so it's not all black and white as far as like picking governor perks or captain perks. But yeah, some of the governor perks will definitely help you out if you use them as a governor. Let's see. Oh, we have a new point to spend. We'll do that. We'll get our athletics capped out. Let's see. We're all out. We're all out of wanderers now. We're on our last one. Come here. We'll vote for this. You give it to me. I don't have a fief. No, we don't have a fief. Mr. Bloodaxe, I have a job for you. Only you can do. You take Cyronia. This is Borcha. Borcha's blood axes. There you go. There's your new clan, Borcha. I don't know why you chose that emblem. That doesn't seem like a blood axe emblem, but let's see. I think maybe we want to just take out their towns first and then go back for their castles, because these towns could have a wanderer in them. Let's see. Or we could just... No, I guess it makes more sense to just go take these things. Let's see. One true. Oh, because we're over capacity. Get out of here. Get out, footman. Forgot about that. We gave that town away, our max capacity went down. You guys you're going to Atrian Castle. Oh, I guess the Northern Empire. Oh no, that's the one they've had. They're still working on that one castle. It's been a long time now. That's okay, perfect. Well, it looks like we actually beat the catapult that time. They didn't get to finish it. Let's see. Okay. Where is the input over here? Okay, it's over here. It's over here. Or stay out here for a minute. Let's stay out here. Two, you stay over here. Stay over here. And everybody has to spread out. Everybody spread out. We have a problem over here. Two. We have a little problem with how our troops decided to stand here. And there's not much we can do about it. Two. Spread out. Two. Go over there. Go anywhere else but where you are. Go on. They're just dead. They got too close to the ladder. Now they're fixated on going up that ladder. Okay. Oh, now they're doing it. Okay. I guess I don't know what happened. Kinger, that's definitely good to know after looking at your main character build and skills and advice on best culture to join. What is your starting culture and how to properly build your character? Because every time I try to make a starting character, my start stats look wacky. Let's see. What I look at, first of all, I pick the Botanian culture because I want the movement speed on the map. I think that's the best perk you can get, and I think a lot of the other perks, like, just basically don't do anything in the game. See, one, you can charge. You guys can charge. You can go up there. I don't know why they came all the way over here, though. You guys... I'm a little mad. I think that's all my infantry came over to this side, even though they're just supposed to go over here. So on paper, your skills... Got it. I don't know how to get from point A to point B. Well, maybe I can show you how I start in a minute. I'm gonna show you how I start the character. Basically, what I want to do when I build a character in the beginning is I don't want to waste any attribute points, because attribute points are rare. You only get one every 4th level, and you can only get to like level, you'll probably get to like level 34 in most games. You could go higher, but usually it takes so long that, you know, you're only going to get so many attributes. So not wasting attributes on things that you really don't want is important. And then the next thing is also trying not to waste the FP too, because you get an FP every level, but you still run out. Like, there's still... I would still like more FP, even on this character where we started as an older character. I would still want more if I could get it. Like, we still would like even more FP on stuff. So it's like not wasting it is still important, even though... Let's see. What is going on here? There's 20 people left. They're all over here. Okay, four... Come on. You gotta go up here. I'll do a starting character in a minute, though. I'll show you what I choose and why. Like, I've kind of gone over it when I started campaign before, but it doesn't take that long. And it's not like set in stone either. I'll just show you like what I'm considering when I do it. Because if you have like a different, you know, agenda for your playthrough, then you might want to choose different things. But I'll show you. We gotta finish this though. Okay. Let's see. You take all this stuff. I would do it before I forget though. I forget what I'm doing. Okay, pillage. Okay, now save and exit. We'll come back. We'll finish this. We need a little break from Garrison Sorting Simulator, which is what this has become lately. I agree. That's why I'm kind of confused on how to make a great build for my build and playthrough. Also, I did no rush. I just appreciate your help. I'm having dinner and enjoying the show, so no rush. Take your time. Oh, thank you. Okay, so. We'll just start a new campaign here, and then we'll go back and Let's see. Most of the choices are the same, whether you start on Sandbox or campaign. There is one difference, though. The final choice that for a campaign character, instead you just get some free points to spend. So that's a difference. And also, like I said, if you start an older character, you get more points. But that's not necessarily worth giving up your family members. Your family members all have a bunch of points. So if you're thinking of it like an overall strategy, it's like that's still a much greater advantage than just having a few more points on your own character. So I picked Botanian just because I think moving faster in the forest is probably just the best out of these by a long shot, because it hits you whether you're a small party or a big one. So like most of the speed bonuses you can get in the game are like little percentages added onto your speed, but because this one is reducing a penalty, it ends up being really strong. Because if, say, you're a huge army and you're chasing another huge army, you're still not getting hit by that penalty while they are, and you can still catch them. And it's the same if you're a small party chasing another small fast party. So I think it's really good. Let's see, a lot of these, like, they don't really do enough in the game to be worth considering. And I honestly think Tale Worlds should redo them, send them back to the kitchen, come up with something else that actually gives you a distinct advantage in the game. It's like, just for example, this one, you get more renown from battles. Okay, 5% isn't that much more. Just do another battle. You don't need that. More income from serving as a mercenary. Now, here's the thing. Most of your income from being a mercenary comes from your loot that you get from battles, not from the daily payments. And they don't pay you that much anyways. So it's like kind of like a win more. If you have a bunch of influence and you're getting paid a lot for being a mercenary, it's going to pay you a little more. But if you're not doing that, if you barely have any influence for them to pay you for, this doesn't matter. Like 15% more of nothing is still nothing. And most of your money comes from your loot, and it doesn't give you more money for your loot. And on top of that, you're probably only going to be a mercenary for a while. Most people stop being a mercenary by the time they're rank 2 or rank 3. So it's just not very good. You know, and the rest of these, they have different effects, but my gripe with them is similar. That, like, okay, this one, 20% less garrison troop wage. That's good, right? Except, look, I don't have any fiefs, because I would always rather just make another clan than have the fief. So that doesn't work for me. This one, recruiting, upgrading mounted troops is 10% cheaper. Well, that's not that expensive anyways. The hard part of recruiting and upgrading mounted troops is having the warhorse, having to buy all those warhorses. So that's not very helpful. Anyways, I'll go on to the character creation, but I would choose Botanian. Does your starting culture in the long run play a factor? To me, it does, because there's this small speed bonus from the Botanians. This is useful throughout the whole game. Like, even now when I'm just going from one fief to another, I still have to go through forests, and just getting there slightly sooner is just making the whole thing get done sooner. So to me, this one is always useful. It's useful early, it's useful late. It never stops being useful. A lot of these, in my opinion, they're very situational, and they're very tempo-ish. Like, let's see, do they even still get... Okay, you can build a cheaper caravan. Let's ignore the fact that caravans aren't that good. Like, I didn't even build any caravans, so obviously I wouldn't care about that. Getting something cheaper would just be like a tempo advantage. Like, you can make a caravan a little sooner, but then it doesn't matter. Like, you know, an hour later, it wouldn't matter whether you had this or not. 10% less trade penalty. You get a little more trade skill. You get a little more profit, but it's just a little bit more. And if you're not doing this, whenever you're not actively trading stuff, this doesn't matter. You basically don't have a perk anymore. No speed penalty on the desert. That's pretty good. But the problem is, if you look at the map, the desert is only one part of the map. So this is only going to be effective like for 1/6 of the game where you're actually fighting in the desert. Versus the Botanian, the forests are all over the place. Even over in the steppe, there's forests you can get into to get away from people or to corner them and stuff. This is really good. So yeah, in my opinion,
This is important for the whole game. A lot of these would only be effective early in the game or not at all, though. Yeah, I would always pick Botanians, though. Let's see. Male or female? Female has more good options for marrying somebody to take the gear and get some good gear. The female also can't die in childbirth, which is kind of a minor concern, but it is something to know that if you're a dude, you get your wife, she could die in childbirth. You could reload and just try again, though, but that is something to keep in mind. Also, your children inherit the culture of the female. So if you start a female character and you're Botanian, your kids will be Botanian. If you start as a Botanian male, you would have to marry a Botanian woman to make Botanian children. So that kind of limits your options on that. But there's no stat difference, though. Here, if you take a lot of prisoners to recruit, Empire could be an option, as you can get a perk that lets you recruit prisoners of your culture without a moral hit. That's true, yeah. But do you really want all those Empire prisoners, though? I mean, to me, the best thing to do is to load up on well, I mean, I guess if you're a Botanian, you have to take Botanian prisoners to do that. You can do it. But yeah, it is true, though. If things that affect the culture are more effective if it's Empire, just because there's 3 times as many more Empire fiefs going around. And 3 times as many Empire parties. Actually, I guess I don't know that for certain, but I would guess there's close to 3 times as many Empire parties running around the map. Let's see. Well, we'll ignore this for now. Let's see. So, like, when I look at these, I want to look at what attributes they're giving and then what skill it is. And I don't want to waste the attributes. Like, if I want to end up with high intelligence and social, and like the way I make my character, I want 3 cunning, I want 3 endurance, and maybe sometimes I want 3 control, but not always. I don't usually do that in the character creations. So like for this, I go for healers because I'm getting medicine and charm and an intelligence. So I'm getting an attribute I want, and I'm getting 2 of the skills I want. So far, nothing is wasted. Now we go here, and let's see. We have a few options here that are good. This one, get 1 endurance. I want 1. We get medicine. Medicine's good too, but we can also do this one. It gives us a social, gives us a leadership and a charm, and that's good too. And gather herbs in the wild. Gives me a scouting and endurance. And the thing is, like, say, some of these, like, say, this one gives me 1 intelligence, but it also gives me 1 smithing. So I don't want to do smithing, so I'm not going to take this. But like you said, Kinger, when you were talking about your character, you were saying you wanted to do smithing. So for you, this might be a perfectly fine choice to take this. You get 1 more, get 1 intelligence, and you're getting 1 smithing point, and you're getting you're getting engineering, which you might as well. It's not a bad skill to have if you're going to have intelligence too. But for me, because I don't want to do that, I'm going to take this one. Just because then, I'm getting 1 of the points I want and getting 2 of the skills that I want. No, this one here, okay. This one, I want to go with Road with the Scouts. Well, no, I don't. Never mind. I want, let's see, where is it? Stuttgart with the Garrison. Gives me a bow, gives me an engineering, gives me an intelligence. Again, like, I want the intelligence. The engineering is good. Even if it's not super important, it's still good. If I'm going to have intelligence, I'm going to eventually put points in there. Usually, I put points into these skills and these skills first, and engineering is like a later skill that I build up. But, no, pick that one. But, say if you took different choices, like, let's see. You go back to this one. Let's say you took this, where is it?
let's say you take this one and you got engineering and intelligence. And then on this one, let's see, you do the road with the scouts instead. You get 1 riding, 1 bow, 1 endurance, and now you get that 3 endurance again. And again, though, this is just for how I build a character. Like, if you didn't want riding, this wouldn't work. This wouldn't be a good idea for you. Like, if you don't want riding a bow, obviously that's not a good choice. Let's see. There's not. One thing I don't like about the character creation system, there aren't like good options for everything. Like say if you wanted to do athletics, there are some options, but they're just not. They might not be a perfect option, you know. Like you can't get everything you want all the time. Anyways, let's see. I'm just gonna build how I built the previous character though, just as an example. So I gather herbs here. Oh no, I don't. What am I doing? Yes, I do. I want gathered herbs in the wild, and then here I want to guard with the garrison. And see here, I'm still not getting more than 3 endurance, because right now I only want 3. I'm getting intelligence, and I'm just getting the skills that I actually want to use to start out. And for this one here, I'm going to go to treated people well. I think, actually there's 2 different good ones here. This one, you get charm, steward, and social. I think this one here, you get cunning, tactics, and leadership. I'm not a big fan of tactics, but this one would give me that 3rd cunning point that I want. And it does give me leadership, which is good. So sometimes I take this one. This one's okay, but either one of these is good for me. And let's see. Then you have, let's see, is this our final one? Okay, this is the final one. And if you're on Sandbox, you don't get this question. Instead, you just start with an extra attribute and 2 FP. But for this, we can get another social here, get a leadership and a charm. That's usually what I would take. But say for some reason, like this one's okay too. If you wanted 3 control, that one's okay. Let's see. This is one-handed. This gives you one-handed athletics and vigor. I don't think raising vigor past 2 is good, because I feel like getting 200 in these weapons is actually good enough. I would rather put the points somewhere else. But let's just say you don't care about ever getting cunning past 2. Then that might be a fine choice to get vigor up to 3 and get an athletics and a one-handed. You know, it just depends what you want to do and like what you don't want to do. Here, I agree. I wish I had a full control over the character. Yeah. Let's see. So, but the way I built the recent characters, I would choose this one. And now we're done. You will get a level up as soon as you move on the map, though. But let's see. Let's go back. And I'll show you real quick the Sandbox too, just so that it's see what we have to skip we get the little introduction here too. So we'll still do Botanian. I usually make the girl. For one thing, if I make the guy, it always bothers me because his nose just never looks right no matter what I do. Like, I can never relate for the character. Let's see. And do a lady. So most of your choices are the same. Like, I would go with healers. And let's see, what is it? Way with people, I think. Way with people, then gather the herbs. Then still with the garrison. Then treat people well. And then, okay, so instead of that final question, you choose your age. So if you choose 20, you're about the same age as the character you start with in campaign. And you just get 1 more attribute and 2 more FP that you can spend. So that kind of makes up for not having the last question. If you start at 30, you get 4 unspent points, 2 unspent attributes. And 40,
You get, so see, it's saying here you get 6 unspent points, but just keep in mind that because you don't get that last question, you're only getting 4 extra points and 2 extra attributes. A lot of people say that and they're like, oh boy, I can get 8 more points. It's like, it's not actually 8 more. You start as 50, get 4 attributes, or, you know, 3 extra attributes, basically. 6 extra focus points. But, I wouldn't do this just because there's a chance immediately you could get sick and die. So I would, like, for the playthrough I'm doing right now, we started as a 40-year-old woman. I think it's okay. It was very unpleasant to get pregnant, though, because if you didn't know, the pregnancy chance goes down as the character ages. So if you start as 40, it's already really low. So it was very unpleasant getting pregnant that one time. Start at 20, it's pretty easy. 30, I think it's probably pretty easy too. But okay, enough of that. Go back. Go back again. Let me see. I'm gonna go back to my other character again. Just because, let's see, is this the right one? Yeah, it's this one. I know max level is 10 on the left. Said if I got my social engineering to 7 to 10 level, what should my endurance level be? So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna load this character up to kind of talk about this. Okay. So this character here, we're 35. And this is the end of the game. We just took our last fief on this. I mean, we could keep playing. We could, there's other things we could do if we wanted to keep playing on this save. Like, we could even leave our faction and try to make a new faction if we wanted to just keep playing. But for all practical purposes, this is, you know, this is the end of the game. You know, every fief has been taken. We have a million clans under us. You know, this is the end of the game. We're level 35. So at level 36, I believe, well, let's see. I believe at level 36, we'll actually get another attribute. But see, so the choices here, I have 3 cunning only because I want to get keen sight. Like we talked about yesterday, if I didn't care about getting keen sight, if I didn't care about it at all, I could just skip that, and then I could put this point into something else, so I could have more Soch. And the same thing here with the control. I like having these perks. Like, we didn't even actually get to this perk here. Let's see. Kinger is 35 level cap. No, it's not the level cap, but it's pretty high. As you see, like how much experience points we're gonna need to keep leveling up. This is gonna start to go up a lot more too. So this is pretty, like I said, like when you're trying to build your character, considering like getting to level 2 is probably, or not level 2, but level 32 is like a good level to look at for how your character will end up. Because you can go higher, but there was probably a long time between level 32 and 36 when we're going to get our next attribute. Up to level 36 and 40 attribute points. Yeah, so it's probably been a long time since we got our last attribute on this character. Eventually we would get to 36, and then getting to 40, though, I think it just takes longer and longer each level as far as how much experience you need. So I would say this is like, you know, this character is pretty much done. Although if I kept playing, I mean, we would get to 36. So if we look at this, just like what we can swap around. If we didn't care about this and this, we could definitely put intelligence to 10, have this at 7. Or the opposite, like we could put this at 8 and put this up to 5. Which, let's see. Did I get healthy citizen? Okay, I have healthy citizens. So one of these points, that 4th endurance came from the healthy citizens perk. So I think my plan actually on this character was when I got to 36, I would put a 5th endurance in here just so that I could get Dauntless Steed for a captain perk. I think that was what I wanted to do. But we could easily not do that. Just leave this at 3 or even 2 and put those in here. Like if this was at 2, you know, like I could put all 3 of these into this. I could have like 8 social and 10 intelligence. But it is hard to get more than that. Let's see. I'll take a screen cap, just so I might want to think about this later. Oh, and look at this. We never even bothered to pick our final perk on there. We never bothered to do that. But I usually go endurance, social intelligence at 7. I don't know if it's optimal, but I like that build. Let's see. Yeah, so if we scraped 1 off of here and 1 off of here, 6, and then 1 off there. Yeah, we could do them all at 7. You could get them all at 7. And also, if you did smithing, you get a couple more. Like, if you do it... Where is it? It's in here somewhere. It's this one? It's somewhere. That one... Okay, vigor and control. Where is it? There's one that gives an endurance. I just don't know where it is. Oh, it's this one. So you have to get it kind of high. That's 225. That also gives you another endurance. So a lot of people like to do smithing. I just don't do it. But that's another way you can squeeze in an extra endurance. Let's see. You need 3 endurance, though, to be able to get to 225 to get it. Athletics, yeah. Yeah, we got healthy citizens. And this one's only 175, so I guess if you wanted to... You could, well, I don't know. I guess if you only had 2 endurance, you could still get healthy citizens, and then you'd have 3 endurance, and then you could get to 225 and get the other one. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. But so this is a campaign character. Let's see. We'll go back to our Sandbox character that we're working on. Let me see. Well, I thought about the Spartan playthrough, and I don't think it's worth it after learning more about the skills. I definitely want writing, athletics, smithing, charm, and leadership. Spirit medicine. I don't know if I want to go scouting. Yeah, scouting has become more like I'm not sure about it either. I'm doing it because this perk is really good paired with mounted patrols, but it takes so long to get it. It takes so long to get it that it's like at this point, we don't need it that much. Like we're already kind of in a position where we can just roll over an enemy faction. So it's kind of, it's not as useful as it was in older versions, because in older versions there were various bugs with scouting where you would just get a bunch of scouting skill from seeing like tracks that just never despawned basically. So I would get scouting to 225 a lot sooner in the game. And so like if you have it when you first become a faction and you're first taking out another faction, it's really useful to be able to just hold everyone prisoner. But now once we've gotten going, it's still a little helpful, but it's not needed. It's not needed. We can just kind of do what we've been doing, you know. Like we've already taken out 2 factions, so we can just keep taking them out. Actually, I mean, we've almost taken out 3 factions now. Engineering might be handy, but it's kind of like the scouting. I'm 50-50. Yeah, no, I agree. I do it mostly just because I have the intelligence in my character. So it's like, it gets down to like, okay, what skills do I really want? Like these 4 here, these are all really good. I want all of these. I want riding and bow because that's how I kill enemies. Even though it doesn't seem like I do that much now, early in the game, this is really important. Like, it was really important for me to be able to kill lots of enemies early in the game. So we want this. We don't necessarily need 3 and 2. We could leave those off and put those in Soch. You know, that'd be okay too. But we didn't. For one thing, like this ability here is really good, but usually in the past, it's been hard for me to even keep these parties full for most of the game. So it's good, but it's not like I care about trying to get even more out of it. However, I have to say, in this playthrough, we've been perpetually full of troops, like most of the time. So maybe that's not the case anymore. I feel like we're getting very large amount of prisoners very often, though, and I think it has to do with just the AI's behavior regarding its prisons. Let's see. Oh yeah, we don't have any more wanderers, though. Actually, did we give you... Oh no, we gotta give you prisoners. I know. Take these. You go back in there. We are so over full. Let's see. Take this. Take these two. It's kind of a generous deposit for this little garrison here, but we're running out of room. We're running out of room. Let's see. Give me these. Okay.
I await your...
Abdul, off-topic question, but have you ever played the Stalker series? I've heard of it. I haven't played it, though. I've heard that that's pretty good. Yeah, I haven't played the Stalker series. I've heard good things about it in general, though. Let's see. Want you guys to go in here. Take these and these. Take all that. Okay. Okay. You. Do you have stuff like that too? You do. Okay, you take some of this. Take some of this. You take those. Or you can keep those, I mean. Let's see. I take this stuff. It's those big battles too. Let's see. Those. Okay, we have a little more room now. Let's see. I want these. Don't want those going into little stinky garrison in the middle of nowhere over here. You can have these. And that. Okay, okay. We'll let him have that. Abdul, I've been playing Stalker Anomaly lately and have been thoroughly impressed, especially since it's a free standalone. Oh, that's interesting. It's interesting. Shouldn't say Stalker's awesome if you like dystopian RPGs. Yeah, it's one of those ones I see come up a lot as like a good game that people should play. Or probably like to play it at some point. Let's see. We need a wanderer though. We need a wanderer. We're gonna be in trouble soon. We also need money though. Let's see. Where do we want to go though? Or not. I mean, we could just not bother and keep pushing. Okay, you guys, there's two armies over here now. Tochi's army, Zutter's army. They both have the same emblem. King, or out of curiosity, if you were in my position and after having writing, athletics, bow, smithing, charm, leadership, medicine, how would you build your brother? I would... Oh, okay, that's not the thing. I would build my brother almost the same way. I would give him intelligence, and I would give him steward of medicine. I wouldn't bother giving him engineering, because to me, it doesn't seem like engineering helps you out if it's, you know, if they're leading their own party. But I would definitely give him steward of medicine and intelligence so that he can have these skills for his own party. You know, like his own party, when he's in an army with you, Stewart gives him a bunch of useful perks and also boosts his party size. Medicine, same thing, a bunch of useful perks, helps protect his troops so they don't get killed as easily. I would give him those because his troops are your troops, basically. He's part of your clan. It's just like an extension of your party, basically. So I would give him this. And then I would also... I like to build him also as like a horse archer captain. So I would give him riding a bow. And he starts with pretty good riding a bow, like just naturally, but I'll give him a little more. He doesn't need to have everything that I do. Like he doesn't need to have high social. I'll get a little bit, but he doesn't, I don't give him high social, so I'll give him even more endurance to make sure that he can get Dauntless Steed and use that as a captain. And the same with this. I want to make sure that he can get this perk to give that perk to horse archers. But then again, if you want him as a captain of something else, you could do something else with him too. Like I do the horse archers just because I think they're really good. And also like for your brother and stuff, it kind of keeps him safe if he's with the horse archers. Because, you know, assuming you move your horse archers around in a safer way and you take care of him, he's going to be safer too. But you could just apply that same idea to anything else. So like if you wanted him to lead cavalry or you wanted him to lead foot archers, you know, any other group. But I would definitely do steward of medicine. So I guess my priority for the brother, steward of medicine, that makes him a good party leader, basically no matter what. Then some kind of captain, like whatever you intend to use him for, whatever troops you're using. Just his primary thing. So like riding if it's mounted stuff, athletics if he was leading foot troops, and then like I would definitely use him as a ranged captain. But if you wanted to make him something else, you could give him something else too. It's just I feel like I don't know. I just feel like they get knocked out really fast when they're captaining infantry. So it's just I don't know. But people do it though. You can still do it. And then any extra stuff I would do would be stuff like give him some more leadership points and some more scouting points once he's leading his own party. Like once you give him his own party and stick him in an army with you, then he'll get his own leadership skill every battle. Every time his troops defeat enemies, he'll get his own leadership skill. And as you move around on the map, he'll get his own scouting skill. And it's not great, but you get like a few little perks like this. And just picking up like a few extra little perks, it helps. But if you didn't want to do that, you could just put it in smithing and use him as a smith too. If you're doing smithing yourself, you might want to get a hold of him. Actually, you know what? I have to walk it back because I don't know if you can use him for smithing if he's in an army. Like if you make him a party leader and he's in an army with you, I don't think you can use him for smithing anymore. Unless you take him back into your party. So I don't know about that. But yeah, but scouting and leadership are safe picks if he's leading his own party. But I would do steward medicine and then whatever weapons and movement skill are good for the troops he's leading. Like if you want him to be a captain. Let's see. And he can do all this stuff. They're pretty generous with how many points your brother gets. Let's see. Where we want to go. I guess we need to go take this out. We might get
forced into giving some of our vassals extra fiefs because we're just not going to have the wanderers. And it's hard for us here. It's hard for us to go out of our way. Here's the thing, even if I want to give it to one of these people, it's going to cost me influence to do that. It's easier for me to just take it myself and then just give it away if I want to. Let's see. We better keep going though. Let's see. Let's look at how many clans do we have. We have a lot. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. You know, now that I'm counting how many clans I have, I think I might have enough clans. I might be able to relax it a little bit and let them have multiple fiefs. I think that might be enough clans for us to have. To add a little to the confusion, I dump intelligence for cunning, but only because I use an exploit to get companions with unspent attribute points. Okay. Well, that changes a lot, because yeah, my whole thing here is that I want to cover these roles because it's very hard to find people with unspent points. And if you find some, like if you get somebody with good intelligence, or your brothers and sister in your campaign, it's better to just use them to lead their own party with you, because they can do so well that way, rather than having them each cover their own role here. But if you're using the I don't know which exploit it would be. Is it the Lost Daughter exploit or something similar like that, to get companions that have unspent points? Then that changes everything, because then it doesn't matter, because if you can customize them, you can get them to fill each role and then get more to lead your parties too. So that does change the outlook of how you build the character. Like if you know you're going to have more access to people to lead parties and fill your roles here, then you could skip it and do cunning instead. And if you put more than 3, you definitely can get a keen sight a lot easier. But that is a good point. The Lost Daughter quest, yeah, that's what I thought. That, and what it is when wanderers are spawned into the game, they don't immediately have their points spent. It's only at a certain tick in the day that they then spend their points. So if you do a quest that happens to spawn a wanderer, like when you conclude the Lost Wanderer or the Lost Daughter quest, and then if you immediately hire her before she has a chance to go through the whatever, I don't know how to describe it, if it's like a daily check or a daily something, at some point in the day, any wanderer that spawned will spend its points. It's also possible but unlikely to run into a wanderer naturally in a tavern that has just spawned and will have all their points. It does happen. It's very rare, and I don't know how you would predict it or anything, but it is possible too. That is good. Let's see. Let's see here. Besieged, and then it did an autosave. Let's see. Okay. It's doing catapults, though. They took a castle, you little shits. See, they're getting too good now. They're taking castles before I can find more wanderers to make. It's okay, though. I think we have enough clans that
We don't have to be so miserly anymore. We can let them vote, give themselves more fiefs now, and it would still be better to just have more and more clans, but we just can't do it. Like it. Okay, okay. I want 4 to go right here. I want 2 to go right here. And let's see. Are you guys behaving this time? Or are you actually, because what I want 3 to go over here on their own, put up ladders on their own, and 1 to do the same thing on the other side. So, are you doing it? How many? 400? Okay, 3. Go pick up this one too. Pick up that one too. Gotta hurry over there and try to take control of 1 and make them do the same thing. Yeah. 1. 1. Oh, good. I don't know why they're so slow, but that helps us take control of them here. And then, okay. Get 1. Did you do it? Did you pick the ladder up? You put it up. Okay. I'm gonna put your shields up. And I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna hide behind this. I'll hide behind this. I'm gonna get an overhead view, and then I have to tab out and check my stuff. Let's see. Okay, that looks okay. Look here. Look at my chat. Let's see, OBS, and then check other notifications here. Okay, get rid of that. Let's see. All right. Back to the game. Here we go. Everything's fine. That's another reason I like having the RTS. You can do stuff like that. Because, you know, I don't feel like I need to watch every step that they make once they're in a good position. And I do occasionally need to tab out and check on other things. Not to mention make sure OBS hasn't crashed or something, you know. Do that. So this is a good use of the RTS. Be able to get a nice view and tab out if you need to. Let's see. Here, let's say I wanted to stay with a faction for my playthrough instead of making my own kingdom. Does the rule of thumb for building my own brother stay the same? Yeah, I would still build them the same because you're still gonna want to make use of your clan parties. For one thing, you can give them good troops and they won't water down your forces when you go to use them. And it's at a certain point it becomes less important. So it's really important when you're first like clan rank 2 and you don't have a big party capacity and you can first make that second party, being able to add 100 more good troops to your party, that can make a big difference. Later on, once you can hold like 300 troops yourself, it stops being so important because, you know, you can have enough good troops just in your own party to get stuff done, but it's still good to have them available to like bulk up when you want to. So I don't know, because I've never played the whole game as a vassal, but I would think you would be doing mostly the same things. You would still want to use your clan parties. You would still, you know, keep an eye out for if you end up wanting to use him as a governor. You know, see if you can pick some perks that would help him out with that. They're usually not that mutually exclusive, though. Usually, I always feel like he has really good captain perks, and really good party leader perks and really good governor perks too. Like I think the only real choice sometimes, I mean, actually they're both, I guess some of them, they're both governor perks, is like, do I want him to have mounted patrols or cavalry tactics? Let's see, are we, oh, there's 3 people, there's, there's 3 people left in there and they're shooting the catapult at us. Okay, okay. I fell asleep at the wheel here today, guys, sorry. Commander has a hangover, forgot to charge you in there. Like 3 guys. Now it's just 1 guy. Now letting 1 guy keep shooting you with a catapult. Let's see. Get up there. Okay, the goal is to make clan parties regardless of if I join or make my own faction. I think so. I think that they're I think that it's always going to be useful to you. And what I do is I just keep them in an army with me perpetually so that I don't have to worry about other people summoning them to their armies. Let's see. Did we get it? And we read it to the keep. But I mean, and another thing is just like when you're picking his perks, because he doesn't level up all the ways right away or anything. He's like you. It's going to take him a while to get, you know, high skills. When you're looking at the perks, you can just kind of look at where you are in the game and be like, is it better? Like, let's say, go, oh. I don't know. It's hard to think of a good example because I feel like I said, most of them, like the good governor perks are still tied in with other good stuff you would want him to get. So like say this perk here, mounted patrols, if he's a governor, reduces the prisoner chance or their escape chance. So if you set him as a governor and you put a bunch of lord prisoners in there, it will somewhat slow down their escape. But if you have cavalry tactics, if you put your expensive cavalry troops, which includes horse archers too, put them in the garrison and set him as a governor, that cuts your wage in half. And that also stacks with other stuff. Like there's stuff, and a lot of this he starts with. You don't have to invest anything in vigor for your brother. Like he starts with one-handed, two-handed, and some polearm, and you get to pick a bunch of perks. So there's, you know. And one thing, okay, since I don't really use him to captain infantry troops. So I don't really care about the combat part of these perks. So like I might look at the ones that, like this one, like, oh, it's cheaper if you recruit stuff. That's pretty good. You know, like that might be more appetizing to me than, you know, oh, rather than melee getting 5% more XP. That's not very good, I don't think. And also, I'm not using that many infantry troops, so I don't care about that much. But this might help him if he just happens to be recruiting infantry troops when we go to buy a village or something. It's a little thing. I guess that wasn't a good example. Let's see. Let's try to find a good example. Where is it? Let's see. I guess I missed it. But there is... Where is... I know there's one in here. There's one of these that affects your garrison wage. Maybe not. Maybe I'm... No, there has to be. I'm certain there is one. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Tinger, so if I have a handful of clan parties, how do I level up his skills? So for most of his skills, he has to be in combat to get his combat skills, obviously. And then the other skills, he has to be a party leader, and then he will get them from doing activities. So like say you give him steward of medicine, you could set him as your own quartermaster, which I do early on in the game. Like as soon as I rescue him, I make him the quartermaster because he has high steward and I don't. But then later, once I'm clan rank 2 and I can become a vassal, Then I make him his own party leader and add him to my army. And then once he's leading his own party, he continues to get steward for his own party every day. And then he'll start to also get medicine whenever his troops are defeated in battle. And it's just the same way you do it yourself. Like once it gets to 75, I'll want him to get Doctor's Oath. And then he'll be getting medicine skill whenever his troops knock out enemy troops in battle too. So he'll keep getting medicine that way too. And then for things like leadership, he would get that whenever his troops have gained EXP after battle. So the same thing, or just have him in an army with me. We'll go fight enemies, and then he'll get some after every battle. Let's see. Let's look at this guy here. So when we joined him, he didn't have all of this. He had he starts with 60 medicine. I don't think he had any steward. He might have had 1. So we've been building him up, and he's been a party leader for a long time too. So that's the thing, is you make him the party leader, then add him to my army so that he's fighting with me. I never like to let them roam free or join other people's armies, because I feel like just whatever the AI decides to do is usually not a great idea. But if I have him with me leading a party, then he always fights with me. And so he's getting credit. He's getting steward every day for his party. He's getting medicine whenever these troops, his troops knock out enemy troops. He's getting credit for that because he has Doctor's Oath. And he even has, he doesn't, this isn't the brother character. This is just a wanderer, so he doesn't have as many points. But even still, we gave him 1 in leadership, and he's been able to gain, some leadership just from that. Let's see. We'll do that one. Let's see. He got some athletics too. Let's see. We'll do that one. Let's see. Figure, even though he's leading his own army, does he need to be in my group? Or how does that work? Well, when he's leading his own party, he won't be considered in your own group anymore. But when you add him to your army, well, let's see. Let me save in case I mess this up. Once you're rank 2, you have to join a faction to be able to make an army. But once you do, I usually do this all at once too. I don't make him a party leader until I can also make an army. So what I'll do is usually, I join the faction, then I go, let's see. We'll just walk through it. Go to your party screen here, and you have the option to create a second party. You pick who's gonna lead the next party, and then it'll give you an option to give him troops, and I'll just give him half of the troops that I have initially. That way, he needs a certain amount of troops to be able to summon them to my army. So I'll just do it right then. I want to do it all at one time, so I'll give him half my troops, more or less, maybe not exactly half, but, and then I'll go here, go to armies, and you'll be able to create army. And then you want to, let's see. Well, we can show it here. You can search by distance, and they should be at the top of the list, because if you just made his party, he should be right next to you. And then you just click it and you add him to your army. Then he will, I just make him fight with me, because when he's in the army, they're attached to you. So you see, when we go attack these parties, they all come into the battle too. And their troops, he'll get points for what he does personally. I mean, this isn't my brother's wanderer, but all these people, when he shoots people with a crossbow in the battle, he gets EXP, even if he doesn't have crossbow points, just for doing that. It's the same thing if he had a glaive or something and he hits people with a glaive. He earns that himself, and then his troops, he's getting EXP for leadership. Whenever they gain EXP, he's getting the medicine every time they knock out things. He's getting, what's the other one? get stewardship every day at a certain time of day. Well, I guess it's when you feed the troops. I don't know. I don't know the deep lore behind how stewardship works in Bannerlord, but and then when you want when you want to give him his skills, though, you have to go to your character screen here, and then you click up here where it says the name, and this should be all of the people in your clan. Anybody who's an adult anyway, anybody who you can actually access and make use of should be listed here, even if they're not in your party anymore. Like, see, all these people they're party leaders on their own already. I've been kind of neglecting them though. It looks like she's gotten some perks here. Let's see, we'll give you that. So this is how you would actually spend his points, is going here. And you see this little thing will light up. It has an orange thing and it has this number thing. I think one of them means that they gained an attribute and one of them means they have perks to spend. I don't know. That's like one of the little details I don't pay attention to, because it just seems like there's always somebody always has a perk or something I can spend. Let's see. Here, another issue I've been debating is, should you gear your brother and other family or companies with crazy gear before you send them off, or does it matter? I would say it's good to give them gear, but it's just whatever is a bigger advantage to you right now. So like when I become rank 2 and I want to join a faction and make an army, I want to do it right away so I can start making use of it, and so he can start getting his skills. Because that's the thing, if he's in your party, you can set him as your quartermaster and he'll get steward, or you could set him as your medic, or I guess it's surgeon, and he'll get medicine skill, but he can't do both. But when he's a party leader, when you give him his own party and stick him in an army with you, he suddenly can do both. He gets credit for steward and medicine. He can do both in his own party. So I want him to start doing that right away, which is one of the main reasons why I'll join a faction and make an army right away, is just so that he can start getting the full benefit of his intelligence right away. And so I look at it like it would be more convenient. Let's see. I can't look at their equipment because they're in someone else's army, but let's see. Come here, Brigus. Like her it's not that great. So it's like it would have been nicer to give her heavier body armor, but I didn't go out of my way to try to do that. Like I wouldn't want to say, let's just say, okay, if I earn another 500k, I can buy her all the best in slot armor and give her like max body armor. I would prefer just to make her the party leader right away to get the benefit out of that and just continue the game, rather than saying, oh, I don't want to do that until, I can afford better armor for her. But depending on how you play, it might be more convenient. Like, let's say if you were doing smithing and you have a lot of money, if you're just you have tons and tons of money, but you haven't really started doing warfare yet, then it might be in your best interest to go ahead and go buy her some nice armor before you kick her out in her own party. You can get them back, though. You can do it later. The way you do it, you go to parties, and you click on the party here, and you have to switch. You press the little crown here, and you can switch with someone else. And it takes some time. Like it's not instant, but if you have another person in your party, you can swap them and get this person to come back into your party. And then you could give them new gear if you've got new gear to give them. I've been kind of lazy about it. I think I've only swapped one person this whole time, but it is possible to get a hold of them and switch their gear later. So I make it as soon as it's advantageous for me to do it. Because armor helps them, but it's not... They're still going to get knocked out a lot. It's not like immensely useful for them to just have better gear. Instead of gear and medicine skill reduces a character's chance to die in battle. This is true. Although I still have not seen an explanation from anybody or the developers on how exactly the gear helps them not die in battle. And I don't know 100% if the dev, he said that more armor will reduce their chance of dying in battle, but I don't know if he meant like literally, like the percentage chance of them dying when they have 0 HP, if that changes based on their armor, or if he just means if they have more armor, they're less likely to get taken down all the time. Like, I don't know, and it's possible it's been explained and I just missed it, but I have not read an actual explanation of that yet. But yeah, in general, I would say it's definitely worth it to give them good armor, but I wouldn't like put off making a party just to give them better armor, because you can get a hold of them and give them better armor later when you have it. And also, they still get themselves knocked out all the time anyways, even with good armor. So it's like, it's worth doing it, but it's not gonna have make a huge difference in how they perform in the battles. I say, King Earl, that's good to know. I was just wondering if they got gear on their own or how that worked. No, they will not get gear on their own. As far as I know, they will not rearm themselves or anything. So it's all up to you. You have to play dress up with everyone in your clan. They can't tie their own shoes, it seems like. Let's see. Okay, cons guards. We'll send some, well, let's send some legionaries. We'll send legionaries this time. Let's see, legionary, can you guys throw your pylums yet? Can you do it? They can't do it, okay. Or they won't do it. Oh, okay. I just want to watch. I want to watch you guys do your keep battle. Let's see. I mean, they are much cleaner. This is faster and cleaner than sending cons guards. The cons guards are perfectly fine doing this too, though. But it is faster. They are getting through the hallway faster, and it's a little cleaner how they kill this stuff. You can't say I don't use any infantry. You see right there, we're using infantry. Using it the situation where it's good. Oh, Chagan, we meet again. You turned up just in time, Gruntilda the heck. I will not forget your help. Well, we have 67 relation and you're pregnant. Chagan, you already have a baby too? Chagan's a fast worker. Chagan, you're free now. Standard of discipline, okay. We'll pillage you. Now the big moment. Is there somebody in the tavern to hire? Oh, Thakura the Golden.
Peace to you, stranger.
Peace to you too. You want a castle? Well, no. Well, you're getting one. You're getting one. You can't be so picky about what your employment, but there's always something available for you around here. So, I know you're thinking, well, what about this town? We're out of town right now. You can give me town. No, we just don't get it. Like, what's his name? Thakura the Golden. You just don't understand. The game will make me give this to somebody else unless I give away this castle first. So you have to get this castle now. Otherwise, you know, it's not up to me. According to testing, Consguards are the best shock troop, beating Fiends very close. Oh, really? I wonder how anybody could figure that out. You mean Consguards are good? Man, it must have took a lot of testing to figure that out. Let's see. Kingar, if I was gonna stay with a faction, would it be smart to marry the faction leader's daughter, or it's not gonna give you any significant benefit to marry the faction leader's daughter. You'll get a little bit of relation with the faction leader, but you can get relation in a whole lot of other ways. So I would say you want to just marry someone based on either just you want to marry that character, or like if they have good stats, because you can kind of get a preview. You can't see all of their stats, but if you look around, let's look at Chagan here. This at least tells us she has a little bit of steward, a little bit of writing. She's not very good, but like if we look at Yana is really good. She has a whole bunch of stuff. If you marry Yana, just as an example, I'm not sorry, Yana. Just sorry, Yana. Don't marry Yana. But if you did, she has a bunch of different skills here. But and then the other thing to think of is like what kind of gear do they have? Because you can always take their gear off and use it yourself. So early game, this is a little harder because a lot of the ladies, when you look at them on here, it doesn't show their gear. But let's just say there's a chance she might have the heavy scale hauberk armor because she's Imperial. So some of these Imperial ladies, they might have that armor. It's hard to tell though, unless they're leading a combat party, you won't be able to see what their gear is. But so yeah, I would say yeah, don't marry someone just because they're related to the faction leader, because all it does is give you relation when you marry them. There's no other mechanics in the game to like do anything for you. Like he doesn't prefer you specifically because you married his daughter or anything like that. Unfortunately, I think everybody assumes that would be something that would be in the game, and it's just not. It's just like you get relations, and then she's in your clan and not his, and everybody just kind of forgets about it. Let's see. Yeah, no, the Consguards are excellent troops, though. That's why I make a spectacle out of it when we do the keep. That, oh no, are their glaives gonna get stuck on the walls? Oh no, how can they even fight back in close quarters? Because you know, it's of course they can fight back in close quarters. You know, the AI doesn't do like doesn't do like super advanced like sword fighting and stuff to like try to block them, and you know, it doesn't matter. And I mean, it's mostly militia too. There's no, yeah. But I also laugh at the testing, and I was disappointed because when I read you start to say that, I thought it was going to be about the armor and the medicine. I'm like, oh, did someone figure out the armor? And it's not. It's just this bullshit, endless piles of Bannerlord bullshit like dumped on me constantly. Like, you know, oh, this, all the top 5 poopy doo-doos. Oh, it's like, you know, I'm not watching that video, Buster. Do whatever you want. I'm not watching top 10. You know what? You want to know the top 10 troops in Bannerlord? It's this one, then this one, this one, this, whatever my top 10 troops here are my top 10 troops. It doesn't matter. The ones I have are the best. The ones the AI have are gonna die. But what if we have the same troops? You'd be in a Diaska's army. Okay, I was gonna say, who's Diaska? This is an army. This means they've lost their leader somehow. Oh no, no, this is a person. It's an army of one. They haven't assembled their army yet. Diaska, don't be a smartass. You get my point. My point is whatever I get a hold of becomes the best. Whatever the AI has, it's not good enough. So unless this area show up with like 1,000 people, then I'm a little worried. Then I'm having a cranky day, and that'll happen one of these days. One of these days we will have a showdown with the Sarai, and I will mauled, because even though I don't think their troops, I would prefer these. I would prefer to have cons guards. I would prefer to have other thing with armor. Where is it? Other thing, where are you? Imperial cataphracts, that's what they're called. We're not called other things. We're called cataphracts. Just always curious how Terrorworld tries to balance the game. Oh, well, they don't. That's the first thing to understand. They don't. And I'm sure they're very happy about cons guards, though. I think that they like this troop, and that they were probably more concerned that the horse archer would suck too much. I think they like it. And I like it, too. I think the problem is other troops. And it's a really weird thing, because a lot of these things they're like immediately obvious. Like if you play even like, okay, the multiplayer beta, you play a cavalry troop and you're running around with your sword and your shield and your spear, it's immediately obvious, like, oh, it's really kind of clunky and hard to hit people with your melee weapon when you're mounted. The spear seems kind of weird. The timing's kind of weird. It's like when you're approaching something, it's kind of weird to time your hit with it. This is feels kind of uncomfortable. And then if there's like a perk you could pick to have a glaive instead. I can't remember if Cataphract could use a glaive, but some of the troops in the multiplayer could use a glaive instead. And you get the glaive, and it's like night and day. It's like, oh, the way it swings makes sense. This is like how I would expect a weapon to swing on horseback. It's easy to see the enemy and to see where you're swinging. It's easy to get just close enough to hit them without riding into them and getting clobbered. Like, the glaive is really good. Other weapons are not good. They need to be sent back. You know, you need to make swords longer, make the animation maybe slightly different, just make it like Warband, because Warband, you could hit people really easily from horseback and Warband. Felt pretty good. It was pretty easy. The spears were a little different, but you know, that's fine too. And they just never really changed it much. So now the AI cavalry is a little better at hitting stuff from horseback, but they still have like the little dinky swords and stuff, and it's just always like, I just don't get it. It's like, just give them longer weapons. Like this, where's your cataphract? Oh, I'm not a cataphract. I'm a Dresdrinky. I'm a Dresdrinky. Let's see. So this has, okay, this guy's sword has 89 length. It has 89 length. That is not long enough to hit people when he's mounted. Just make it longer. Give it at least like 120 length, and then he'll be a little better at hitting people with it. You know, etc., etc. It's the same thing for most of them. Their sidearms are too small. They have to bend over too far to hit people with it. And it doesn't feel good as a player if you're controlling this type of troop, like in multiplayer. Or I haven't played multiplayer recently, but when I played it, that didn't feel good. And it looks like the troops have the same problem. It's just hard for the AI to time their hits. Let's see. Tinsape, they try. Veteran Foxmen are no longer the worst garbage. They are just garbage now. And it's progress. Yeah. Whenever I'm deciding, let's see. Let's look at Veteran Folksman has been called out. Let's see. Veteran. Where are you? Veteran Folksman.
Never, you know what? You know what? I was thinking, it's like, I don't know that much about Veteran Folksman. It's because you have to make, like, let's see. I don't know. I don't like this, I don't like this troop tree. I don't like it because the Sarai is the same way. You have two troops that seem almost like the same thing. Like you have little grunty melee and another little grunty melee. I guess this one has throwing weapons. But if I'm looking at that, it's like, of course I would want the one with throwing weapons. Or maybe I don't because they expose themselves to arrow fire more when they're throwing them. But either way, it's like, this isn't a good choice. Do you have, you know... Make great points about soldiers and weapons. A little off topic. What weapons you use on your main character and what flag do you use? Let's see. We'll look in a minute. Let me see. Let me finish. What was my point? I don't know. Why am I looking at Veteran Folksman? Well, how did this happen? Like I have to make several bad decisions here to end up with the Folksman. I don't know. This guy's doomed, though. Being a Battanian, if you're not a Fian, you might as well despawn. It's over. You wake up as a Battanian and you are not a Fian, it's over. This is your choice. I guess you could be this guy. This guy's probably fine. I'm just being mean. Let's see. Okay, let's look at my weapons. I'm just messing around right now. I bought a Rampage when we were over in Battania, and I keep meaning to try to switch back and forth between the Glaive and the Rampage and see how I feel about how they're shaping up. But these are both long swinging pole arms. So you can stab with them, but their normal hit, when you swing, it swings in a long horizontal swing. It's easy to kind of see where it's going. It's easy to time it. Like we were just talking about the Consguard. The Glaive is the same weapon the Consguard uses. So it's a good weapon. It hits really hard, and it's really easy to control, like where you're swinging. It's night and day compared to trying to use like a normal sword, or even like a lot of the two-handed weapons, in my opinion, they're not quite long enough to be good when you're mounted. They just feel a little short, like you have to get like right, like belly to belly almost with another mounted unit to be able to hit them with it and stuff. But the Glaive is good. So this is the main weapon I would use, is the Glaive. And then I would also, there's another weapon called a Long Glaive, which is just a better Glaive. It's more expensive, but that's usually the best melee weapon that I use, is a Long Glaive. Rampage is similar. It's a little longer than the normal Glaive. It might not be as good as the Long Glaive, though, but this is also a good weapon. And it's the same thing. It's just a swinging polearm. There's also other swinging polearms. So there's a Volge, I believe, which you can get in Battania areas. It's a little shorter than this, but that's another good swinging polearm from horseback. And it's just something about how they program swinging polearms. It's easier to hit stuff with them. It feels better. It's easier to look at, and it's just better. You know, they tend to hit pretty hard too. So that's my main thing. And like on these characters, let's see what, yes, apply my changes. Like this is like an afterthought where we put a point in polearm, and probably when I get more, I'll put some more points in polearm, but I can have 0 polearm skill, and that Glaive still hits people really hard. Wow, never used a Glaive before except for arena stuff. Gotta give it a try. Yeah, they're really strong. Like, something about how they swing, they end up getting a lot more speed boosted damage too. So it's not just the raw stats. Like, even though, like, if you look at it, like when you're swinging at two-handed, 145 cut damage, that's a lot. Like, that's a hard hit. Like, if we can, let's see, what could we compare it to? I don't have that many weapons here probably, but, well, I have a lot of weapons. They're just not good weapons. Let's see. Balanced, fine, long sword. Okay.
Like this has 81 cut damage. So the glaive already has almost twice as much damage, just its raw damage when you're swinging it two-handed. But it gets speed boosted damage just because of the way it swings, so it's going to do even more than that. And also, if you're using it on horseback, your horse is going to add to that too because you're moving. So it ends up like doing outrageously high damage. And it's okay on foot too. It's a little slow compared to like if you use a two-handed weapon, they usually swing a little faster, but you can still do it. Like it still hits really hard and it has a little more length too, so it's still fine on foot. Let's see. Yeah, my favorite melee weapon is to use the long glaive, but either of these weapons are fine too. And let's see. If I was going for a two-handed horseback, I usually get something like an executioner's axe, but lately I just grab a glaive though. I don't worry about it too much because this is fine. And a lot of time, I mean, like there's a lot of battles now where I barely end up using this because I'm completely fixated on trying to micromanage my troops and stuff, but it's still good to have. Let me see. No one's in the tavern. Oh, I just took the person out of the tavern. What am I thinking? Okay. Manage the town. I'm going to turn these things off. Just let this town do its festivals games. I'm assuming that as soon as the AI gets a hold of this, it turns on a bunch more stuff anyways, though. But for now, we'll turn it off. I want to make them throw prisoners in the dungeon for me so that we get credit for it. Doing something. I run the My Little Warband, so I put multiple weapons on the same shock troop unit. Best result I've got with the glaive, two-handed Malevolent. Oh, that's another good one against all types of troops. Yeah, the Malevolent is a good. It's also a swinging polearm. I can't remember if you can use it with a shield or not too, but you can stab with it, but you can swing with it when it's two-handed. But that's also another good weapon if you can get it. Like you find it in Imperial shops usually. You can get it from loot too. But yeah, that's equivalent to a glaive. I mean, I haven't done like a thorough super important testing on, is the Malevolent better than the glaive? Find out the truth, but just from playing, when I get like I feel like it's equally as acceptable and useful as a glaive if you get a Malevolent. Let's see, that's pretty good. Let's see, what do I want to do here? Oh, prisoners. I'm running out of brain juice as the day goes on here. Okay, get those. Go back in. Now we have to deal with the garrison. Let's see. No. Give me my other thing. You keep putting other thing in there. Yeah, you can't have that. You can keep this stuff though. Let's see. Or offload these. Looters. We'll be lazy. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Do you have a Malevolent? We can just look at that. I guess I think no. I think that's the other game I had one. I'm a little confused though because I feel like I had one at some point. Abdul love me glaives, love me Mendevs. Simple as Hotel Worlds has been informed for a long time that just the swing of like other weapons just isn't as good, and I don't know why they didn't change it, because it's like if you have one weapon that feels really good to swing and is like, players use it and are immediately like, oh yeah, that feels good, that's like what I want weapons to be like, why can't you do that for the other ones? Because it can't be a balance issue or a it can't be in any issue because you already have a weapon that works like that. Like just give the sword a little different swing to it so that you don't have to like completely bend over and stick your face in someone's face to hit them when you're mounted. You know, just, I mean, like, just, or like, you know, nobody likes to hear it anymore, but, you know, just make it like Warband. You know, the Warband, it's just, it feels more comfortable to use most of the weapons mounted. I would say, though, the thing that strikes me as weird, though, is the swinging pole arms in Bannerlord feel just like swinging two-handed weapons in Warband. Like, that's the closest thing I could think of, is like a glaive. Feels just like if you got like the great long heavy axe, or you got the heavy military cleaver, or the sword of war. Like, the two-handed weapons you could get in Warband feel almost just like how a long glaive feels in Bannerlord. So it's very odd. To anticipate rude, I'm just having fun to test this stuff. Never said it's important. Oh, okay. Well, as long as it's not important. It triggers all my bully instincts when I see certain people refer to their testing as important. It reminds me of this little kid that he had like his drawings in his I don't even know. I guess he had a briefcase. In kindergarten. I don't know why, but he had his like little drawings in it, and he would call it his important papers. And it was the funniest thing. It was so funny. It was so funny. I don't know why, but it's just that he called it his important papers, and it's not important papers. Why do you have a briefcase, kindergarten? Anyways, that's what I think when people, certain people post a video showing their testing, and it's like, okay, you played a game, you recorded yourself playing the game. It's not, you know, if you didn't kill a monkey, it's not real testing now, is it? So we don't have a Medevlin though. Let's sell all this stuff. You know, I just wanted to look at the stats. But no, I agree to it in something. The Medevlin's a good weapon. Let's see. Don't need that many warbows. Let's see. I'm hoarding all this stuff because I keep thinking one day we'll get somebody we need to give these to, but it's never going to happen. Because we've got everyone we can get. There's nobody else we can get in this playthrough. Let's see. Oh, we spent too much. Okay, you get a freebie. That's on me, Vicon. Let me see here. Okay, the Kerr. I know we just met, but we must give you a castle. Yes. Thacker's Golden Boys. No. Let's see. No, you don't like that thing? Okay, Golden. You're just Golden Riders, and just you don't. That makes it sound like insinuating something, and just maybe something else. Okay, they took this castle too. They took that castle. We need another wanderer. It never ends. It never ends. Let's see. We better go beat this person up, or they're gonna beat up our little buddy here. Don't rush out. Oh, did he spawn on a camel? No. No, it looked okay. Okay. Go here, and then we go to Paros. Let's see, what else are we doing here? Owner of Pycaron. It should go to me because I don't have a fief. We're kind of corrupt. We're kind of corrupt. They can't do anything about it though. This is like the 50th time they've heard this. This is, you know, the ruler goes, "Oh, I don't have a fief anymore. You have to give it to me. Don't worry. Any time now, someone else will get a fief." And then we can finally start having multiple fiefs. But not today, because we just found another wanderer. Oh. Denos, you'll never believe this. I have an incredible idea. I'm looking at the new owner of Phycoan or Phycoron. This one, you see that on the map? I'm pointing at it. That's yours now. I don't know how to say it, but that doesn't matter. Denos' Knights. There you go. And if we could put apostrophes in here, we can't do it. It won't. Oh no, it will. Will it let me do it? For a long time, it wouldn't let you put apostrophes in names for anything. So that's why all of these have stupid names. Owner of Atrium Castle. It's for me. I don't have a fief. Anyways, let's see. Look at our clans. Like, none of them have punctuation because it used to be that you couldn't put apostrophes in their names. That's why these all have, like, they don't have apostrophes. So now after, I wonder when that changed, because now he's the only one with an apostrophe in his name. It's gonna bother me every time I look at it and see, like, oh, all these missing apostrophes that I thought I couldn't put in because it used to say, no, you can't put that character in the name. Now we can do it. Avram, are you using any much? Yes, I am. I am using RTS Command and RTS Camera. So that's, when we get into battle, I'll show that. But that's what lets you, RTS Camera lets you you press F10, you get an overhead view, and you can move troops around with that. Like you can move them kind of the same way you do normally, but you have that overhead view, so you can kind of place them a little easier. And then you have RTS Command, which what that does, you select a group, and then you point at an enemy group with your mouse, and you press the middle mouse button, and that tells the group that you've selected to attack that enemy group. So it's a little clunky, but it gets the job done. It's a big improvement over not being able to target a group with another group. So it's a big improvement there. But yeah, that's the only mods we have. Let's see. We'll make some space here. I make some space here, then they throw this stuff in the garrison, and I have to take it all back though. But okay. Let's see. You guys better go do something about this. Talking to Tochi, Zutter, I order you to go defend this castle, and for one of you to go besiege this castle. Go take care of this right now. In fact, maybe did they take this back? I better do a fief check here. Look and see if anybody has a 0 for their. Oh, somebody lost their fief. Estonia's raiders lost their fief. I don't remember which one they had. It was probably that castle though, because I think that was, I wanted to get all the stuff over here first. And then I kind of cut them off over near the Sarai area. We can have the two empires cohabitate here at the edge of the Sarai border. What could go wrong? What could go wrong with Huskenfolk as your base of operations over here? Nathan, you should have joined me. You should have joined me. You should have become my vassal. You can't though, can you? I know. You are compelled by the AI to join an AI faction when you rebel. You cannot join the player's faction. It's too bad. It's too bad. The safety and security of our growing faction. So, let's go here. I'll go here. Singer, do you have a favorite faction or a faction you normally join when you hit rank 2? No. Yeah, I've tried most of them, and to me, there's a couple ways to go about it. One way is if you want to obtain fiefs that match your culture, you can join a faction that usually goes to war against that culture. So, for instance, if you're a Batanian character and you wanted to have some Batanian fiefs, and the reason to do that is because of loyalty bonuses, then say if you join the Vlandia as a vassal, it's likely that they'll be at war with the Batania, and they can take fiefs from them and give those fiefs to you, and you can end up with fiefs that match your culture, and you get a loyalty bonus. It's just a little easier. However, there's some things to consider. For instance, Batania is kind of a really hard place to start your faction, for the same reasons why Batania gets beat off the map a lot of times. It's just in the middle of everything, and everybody can attack them. So that is something, like, that's something I've done before in past games, is, you know, join Vlandia so that I can take Batanian fiefs as a vassal. But I do think that it's kind of an awkward, hard place to start your faction. So I would end up like moving base over here and starting at the edge of the map instead. But that is one reason to pick who you join as a vassal, is like, you know, who are they probably going to be fighting, and can I get fiefs that match my culture? But you don't have to do that. You can just do whatever you feel like. And like what I do, I usually, any fiefs that they give me when I'm a vassal, I'll make use of them just so that I can become a faction leader when I want to. But I don't necessarily base where I start my faction on where those fiefs are. Like, a lot of times I've joined the Sarai and I'll end up with like this castle or this castle as like what they give me. And I'll use it like when I get to rank 4, or go here or put my governor in there and or talk to them and say, oh, I want to declare my own faction, and you become a faction on paper. But then I'll just leave and I'll go all the ways over here, far, far away from this Sarai, far away from all those, and I'll attack like right here. And this is where I'll actually start growing my faction from, is from like an edge of the map. Or the opposite. Like, my favorite places to start a faction are either here, Modoc, which is what we did this time, or over here at the other edge of the map, like from here. And I just think, like, they'll still come for you. Like, all these factions, they'll still come over here and try to get you, but it does take them longer, and it does seem to give you a little more breathing room to be at the extreme edge of the map when you start your faction, especially compared to, like, if you start it right here. And I say, you know, it's like you're Piper on the couch when you do that, and then I have to explain what that means, and I don't want to anymore. This, you know, forget about that. You're completely surrounded, and, you know, everybody's just going to take a turn, or, you know, attacking you, or not take a turn. You get split roasted, or whatever it is when the, you know, multiple split rows. You're going to be rotisseried sometimes when you start here. And it doesn't mean it's impossible, but I found it more convenient, even though I had Batanian fiefs, to just like pick up my garrison, or, you know, as much as I could fit anyways, and just move over here, take a fief here, and then start using these fiefs to make more clans and stuff, rather than trying to hunker down here at the beginning and defend it. I mean, eventually you work your way back over here and you take it anyways, but by then it's different because you've built up a bunch of clans, and, you know, and if you take care of the Vlandians, there's nothing behind you there either. It's, you know. And another thing to think about is when you leave your faction, you're going to be at war with your faction. So, for instance, in this playthrough, we joined the Khuzait, and then we also started taking the Khuzait towns. So, being in the Khuzait allowed me to already be at war with the Khuzait when I broke off from them, and it also meant, like, I used my influence to pull some parties to my fief, so I could just immediately attack them and put them in prison. as soon as I left them. That's also a thing you can do. So I guess I don't have a favorite faction to join, but there are a lot of reasons to join one faction or over another as a vassal. Like what fiefs you might obtain from them while you're a vassal, and then what will happen when you break off from them. Like, you know. So like in this game, that was my concern, is when I break away, I want the Khuzait to be kind of compromised. And so by Kinger, the best fief to start your faction is one that shares the least border with other kingdoms. Oh, that's a good way of saying it. Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. That's a lot better than saying, if you start here, it's like that picture of that girl from the porno. That was a bad way to describe it. The way you said it was pretty good, Toot and Sup, eh? Let's see. So, like, because we were with the Khuzait, I started a bunch of wars with all these other factions. So they were kind of spread thin. It didn't hurt them that much, but it did help. They were kind of spread thin. And then when we broke off from them, it was a little easier to start taking over their stuff. They weren't in great shape anyways. Let's see here. Let me see, what time is it? Okay, one more siege. One more siege. No, I don't want you to make the ballista. I want you to make the catapult. No, stop it. What was the... Oh. Stop it. Okay, so I give them 4 chances, and then I just reload and try again. Because it's just... They have an equal chance of making either the ballista or the catapult, and I don't want them shooting my consguards with the ballista. It's just not fair. I didn't hire them for that. They don't get paid hazard pay for the ballista. They're on the catapult plan. Let's see. Just trotting in there. Okay. There we go. There's a catapult. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look, they fell off the wall. They fell down. There's too many people in their garrison here. Some of them spawned falling off the wall there. Okay, 4. Let's go right here. So we test our glaive. What did that? Oh no, the horse. We hit them with the horse, and that's what damaged them. For a second there, I thought we cleaved through somehow, but no, I don't think the glaive can do that. That'd be funny. It'd be funny if it could, though. I bet a lot of people would be very upset if the glaive could also cleave through stuff. But okay, put that up. Okay. No. Put that up. Put up the ladder. We didn't become elite cataphracts to put the ladder up. No, and over here they're going up already. Okay, come here. Come back down. There's 700 people in there. You guys, you're not gonna. Well, there's not 700 people in there now. Let's see. There's not that many people in there. You guys, you're not beating up 500 people by yourselves. You gotta wait. You gotta wait a little bit. Okay. Ah. Hey, hey. No. No. I'm hitting you. Okay, that was pretty good. You hit you? Well, that doesn't hit you? That's... Where's it going? Nowhere? Oh, are you gonna push me down? Is it finally our lucky day to get pushed down on the ladder? Push me down. I don't know, we hit that one guy, so it seems like it's possible to hit them from here, but it's just not going through. Oh, there, we got that guy. It's just very picky. It's very picky. Let's see, here's a glaive. Glaive's a little shorter. Come back. Oh, no, no hitting. No. All right, all right. I'm getting too beat up. We'll go back down. Get off the ladder. Okay, one. You guys, go in there now. Go in there. Why is there only one ladder over here, guys? Where is it? I don't even see the other ladder anymore. Okay, calm down. Okay, it's over here. Let's see. Let's see. I'm running out of batteries. My brain. 15. Come on, you can do it, guys. Saying again, I really appreciate and can't thank you enough for helping me. I'm definitely gonna make a playthrough in a bit. I'll stay and keep watching the stream. Just gotta make dinner for the family. Oh well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy your playthrough. And yeah, I'm almost done here. I'm gonna finish up after this siege because I gotta make some dinner too here, and I have kind of a headache today too. But it's okay. Let's see. This is a part of the siege, though. There's somebody somewhere, either slowly running to route or stuck. Oh, look. No, he's stuck. He's stuck on the wall. He's stuck on the little... Yeah, it's not a hobo fire. That would be just a trash can, but whatever this is, the little burner thing. Asos got knocked out. He didn't die. Okay. They're in the keep. You know what? We don't feel like it this time. We're going to send you in the keep, and it's fine. It's fine. Yes, you go in the prison, take the troops, and do that, and just do it. Oh, you asked also about what flag I use. Let me see. So you get the banners from loot mostly. You can also win some from tournaments. So it kind of just depends on which ones I get, like from battle loot. But the one I like, because I'm a captain of horse archers usually, I like this one here: decreased range damage attack by 10%. It's not a lot, but that to me is like their main vulnerability, is if I just happen to leave them out someplace where they're getting shot a lot. And of course this will happen in a siege too. In a siege, I'm also the captain of a group that has a lot of ranged units, so they're probably not going to be getting into it with people on melee, but they're definitely getting shot by stuff. So it just, to me, it just makes sense just to have the minus damage one. So I feel like they kill stuff really fast though. So like they're really good offensively, so giving them a little more defense from the thing that's hard for me to control. Like it's hard for me to really control whether or not enemy ranged units can be shooting them or not. But I can always put them in a good position where they can be doing the shooting though. So to me, this is a good one. And there's other versions of this too. There's various, yeah, this is another one. Okay. Well, that's the same thing, but there's other flags that give a similar one. That's the only one I'm using right now, mostly because it's just hard for me to get a hold of these people and change their flags. If I were more sophisticated though, I would probably use something like maybe like this one here, the steel banner. I might put that on like the cavalry when we do sieges, so that when they go up the ladder first, I mean, infantry and cavalry. Like right now, my infantry is mostly cavalry, but so, you know, they're just taking less melee damage when they force their way through there. That might be good. But that's the thing. I have to actually have someone in my party I can stick that on and stick them as a captain. I could. It's just that it gets a little complicated because, like, if I want to pull somebody back, like one of my party leaders back, I could do it. Because I didn't have a lot of those flags. Like when I deployed these people, I didn't have like good flags to give them. The other thing though to consider though is if I give them that flag, then they have to also captain that group, which means they'll be trying to go up the ladder with the infantry in the siege and stuff like that. So it's a little complicated. I could also try to change the gear. Like it is possible, if I wanted to, I could grab one of these people, give them heavier armor if I had it, give them a shield, give them, you know, stuff to help them out if they were going up the ladder with the infantry. You know, it's possible to do. So I guess in short, there are other good effects that would be worth using. I'm just not doing it because I feel like it's very more tinkery for me to try to get a hold of these people and give them those flags than to just rough it the way it is. But they're definitely worth using. All right, let's see. What are we doing here? All right, I gotta go though, cause yeah, it's the same situation. It's that time where it's time to go make a meal and stuff, and my brain is gonna run out of energy anyways too if I don't do that. So there's no way around it. It's it's time to go. But yeah, have a good night, Kinger. Have a good night, Tuden Sumpe. Have a good night, Avram. Have a good night, Abdul. Let's see. Let's scroll up here. Have a good night, Steve. Have a good night, anyone else who stopped by while I was playing, and good night, anyone who watches this later. I hope all your mods work. Hope we get some good updates soon that don't break the mods. All that stuff. And have a good night.